चला रही हूँ, चल नहीं पा रहा है चालू। चलो नाउ आई थिंक इट इज अलग. Should we start now?
Yes, madam. Madam, give me 2 minutes.
Please start.
One of me standing on his head. One on the water.
उषा दवे. उषा.
Yes.
प्रियंकाला पाठवलं होतं आणि तिला पण पाठवलं होतं लक्ष्मीला. त्यांना जरा रिक्वेस्ट करणं जॉईन व्हायचं. त्यांना लिंक वगैरे सगळं पाठवलंय. Because once they see na, they will become members.
Yeah. I'll tell them. I didn't know.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Stop sharing. Amit, आतापासून नको करू. Amit, just let the program start then. Please start.
मुश्किल काम. मुश्किल नहीं, बीच बीच में मैसेज आ रहे हैं ना मैडम.
हाय मंजीत, हेलो, हाय. ये हमारे जेनेटिसिस्ट बहुत सारे हमारे उषा दवे, देन मंजीत, देन आई थिंक प्रियंका नाम है ना उसका.
अच्छा.
नमस्ते मैम, गुड इवनिंग.
गुड इवनिंग.
मुझे जरा ये तकलीफ हो रही है फैकल्टी देख के.
मैडम, डॉक्टर श्रद्धा अभी एनेस्थेटिस्ट है. मैडम मल्होत्रा भी एनेस्थेटिस्ट है, रिटायर्ड एनेस्थेटिस्ट.
Lakshmi, can you take up the task of renaming everyone? Lakshmi कुठे गेली?
मी इथेच आहे. then they will have to make me co-host, madam.
एक मिनिट.
Unless and until I am co-host, I cannot rename them.
मला नाही माहिती. तू अमित जरा
मेडिकल वो जरा क्लिक करके ज्वाइन हो जाना.
लक्ष्मी मैम, I have made you co-host.
बस. आणि लक्ष्मी प्लीज रिनेम एवरीवन.
ओके.
नाव विचारून
करते हैं.
इट डजंट लुक नाइस ना सगळेजण.
सबने क्या करना है.
इट इज रिक्वेस्टेड बैकग्राउंड में
आपको दिख रहा है.
बैकग्राउंड साउंड मत आने दो.
because she asked for you.
उषा आप
The person who is in red. जिसने ऐसा लाल दुपट्टा लिया.
All dupattas. All females here.
नहीं
अरे तू कळत नाहीये त्यांना. रिनेम करायला
person who has raised hand, faculty who has raised hand, please tell me your name.
I am Dr. Preeti Gupta.
Hello.
I am Dr. Preeti Gupta.
प्रीति you can't.
Preeti Gupta.
Dr. Shweta Goswami.
So just let me see.
अपना हाथ खड़ा करो.
Preeti. Yes.
I am Dr. Anil Gaur.
अनिल कौर को पहले करो. अनिल कौर को पहले करो.
मैडम,
सब लोग.
रेड दुपट्टा रीटा मिश्रा.
Just minute. Let me first.
That is not a dupatta, that is red shawl.
अरे यार यहाँ नहीं पहचान में आता है यार. गाउन भी हो सकता है.
हाँ, प्रीति गुप्ता बराबर है. हाँ, रेड दुपट्टा कौन है?
I am Dr. Rita Mishra, red shawl. Dr. Rita Mishra, red shawl.
ओके.
डॉक्टर रीता मिश्रा
का फायदा उठाओ, वेबिनार का फायदा उठाओ. शॉल ओढ़ो, दुपट्टा ओढ़ो, जो मर्जी हो.
Yes. डॉक्टर रीता मिश्रा.
I am Dr. Kusum Singhal.
The person who has raised hand, yes, yellow, yes, please tell me your name.
Dr. Shraddha Goswami.
Kusum.
Dr.
Yes,
Shraddha
single.
Goswami.
Just a minute.
अरे शशि तू आइडेंटिफाई करने में
Just a minute.
मैडम मैं कर देती हूँ सबको.
Kusum Singhal.
तो अभी जिस चैप्टर को हमारे लोगों को तकलीफ हो रही है ना,
Single.
मैम आप खुद को रीनेम कीजिए फर्स्ट.
खुद को
Dr. Pam, ma'am.
name करो,
कर दिया.
पहले खुद
You
को
rename
name करो.
कुसुम
yourself
सिंगल
first.
को
You
कर.
are still on the name of faculty.
Shraddha Goswami.
Okay. I will. Lakshmi ma'am.
इनका
Yellow is Veena Pradhan.
Hello? Hello?
जो
The one who has raised her hand.
Doctor.
Who is she?
कौन से दिख रहा है?
The one who has raised her hand.
Doctor
Raise your hand.
हाँ लाल स्वेटर.
She is not Dr. Sapre. She is Dr. Shraddha.
कौन से चल रहा है?
डॉक्टर शब्दा.
Let's mute all so that we can do it.
Everybody please get muted so that there is lot of noise in the
Yes.
Hello?
मांगा दीदी आप 5 मिनट वेट करो, देख सकते हैं. मैं आपको अभी म्यूट कर रही हूँ. रेज हैंड इज डॉक्टर बांगा.
नहीं चल रहा उसमें तो नहीं दिख रहा.
मैं इसलिए इस वजह से बंद कर दिया. दो चीजें होती है ना तो वो इको करता है. चल रहा है ना?
हेलो?
नहीं तो कर लेना इस पे दोबारा कनेक्ट कर लेना.
मैं दिख रही हूँ मैं?
यस
चलेगा नहीं हो तो.
दिख रही हूँ?
हाँ.
Am I audible?
यस दीदी. यस
दी. Okay. Okay, thank you.
No, I think Madam Sapre is not named. Madam Sapre in green sweater. Dr. Shaila Sapre. Yes, thank you. And Dr. Shraddha, Manpreet. No, this is Dr. Shashibala.
Somebody-
You change it to Dr. Amrita Malhotra. She's joining from my phone actually.
Actually, 1, 2, you can't do 2 at a time.
I know.
This
I'll
will
close it.
echo.
इसको बंद करती हूँ.
Yes.
But then she can't be seen. I'll start and then I'll give it to you.
Or she
Madam
should go.
Veena Agarwal, madam is not named. Welcome, ma'am. Dr. Veena Agarwal. Madam, raise your hand. So that Madam Lakshmi will, yes. Dr. Veena Agarwal.
सेंट फ्रांसिस्को वरून कोण जॉइन झालंय?
Madam, only Veena Pradhan is left. Veena, raise your hand. Veena Pradhan.
नाही वर आहे ना, हे वर. हे कोणाचं आहे? सेंट फ्रान्सिस्कोचं आहे ना. हे कोण आहे? वीणा प्रधान मॅडम नेम कर.
नहीं, myself Shashi Srivastava from Bhopal.
Raise your
Good
hand.
morning.
I will name you. Shashi has joined. Madam, आपके चाहने वाले हैं यहाँ.
वही मैं कह रही हूँ.
Yes.
बहुत अच्छा. वेलकम. अभी भोपाल
Dr. Lakshmi Shetty has joined faculty here.
Wow.
Veena Lohia, raise your hand.
Yes, present, madam.
Dr. Veera Lohia.
लक्ष्मी है. लक्ष्मी जॉइन झाली का?
हो.
मैडम इधर आओ.
रिनेम करा स्वतःला.
ये अच्छा, ये सही है. मेरे को ध्यान भी नहीं आया.
Just rename.
Just on photo you click and there will be.
Yeah. I'll just rename, yeah.
Dr. Lali.
Yeah.
Dr. Usha Banga, please raise your hand.
Ma'am, yeah. I've
Banga
changed
is to be named.
as well.
Yeah, done.
ये शशि श्रीवास्तव, प्रीति गुप्ता. नहीं, अरे. Dr. Kusum Singhal, raise your hand. You're Dr. Preeti Gupta here.
Yes. I'm Kusum Singhal. Good afternoon, everybody.
Only name.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Dr. Gurpreet, welcome from Raipur. She has joined Madam Mandakini.
रायपुर वालों को आज ही किया है कांटेक्ट. बी रेडी फॉर योर चैप्टर.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
गुड आफ्टरनून.
Congratulations.
Gurpreet, name yourself. Rename yourself. Yes, that's it.
Yes, मैं कहाँ से कभी देख रही हूँ.
क्या कर लिया? I think now who's left? Everybody is done, I think.
We should start. We are already.
Yes, madam. Now we can start.
हाँ, तर
Everybody's name. Yes. दिख रहा है ना मैडम? ये मंदाकिनी मैडम है. रोजा. ये नलिनी कर रही है.
जैसा
मैम अब स्टार्ट करा दीजिए.
बस चलिए शुरू करिए.
बहुत तेज आ रही है करवा.
प्लेन कैथेटर करके थोड़ा सा आप पूरा करो जो.
It is already 4:45.
Yes, madam
Yeah,
Mandakini.
line, ma'am.
Please start now.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please mute all first.
Hello, ma'am. Can we start now?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Okay. Hello, good evening, everyone. All our respected seniors, colleagues, and the dear juniors. I am Dr. Preeti Gupta, MS FICOG, and immediate past secretary of the Gwalior OBGY Society, and in services of the gynecology since last 23 to 24 years. I am a member of various societies of India related to the gynecology like FOXY, ISAR, MPOX, and now I am a member of respected society that is maintained by Dr. Mandakini ma'am, that is AMWI. I am very thankful to ma'am. She has given opportunity to us to start Gwalior chapter of AMWI. I am also very thankful to Sao ma'am to giving me opportunity as a co-convener of Gwalior chapter
Hello.
AMWI. Now I invite our respected convener of Gwalior chapter, Dr. Sao ma'am. And first I introduce to herself. She is one of the best lady in my eyes. She is very nice. मतलब मैं जितनी उनकी तारीफ करूँ मुझे समझ में ही नहीं आता है. I am very thankful to her to giving me opportunity as a co-convener. Sao ma'am is very jolly, intelligent, and very helpful to each and everyone. She is convener of Association of AMWI Society Gwalior chapter, and she is immediate past president Gwalior Society, Gwalior OBGY Society. She is national coordinator of IAEC Committee FOXY, and she is a consultant gynecologist in Public Health and Family Welfare Department of MP Government. Now I invite Sao ma'am, Shashiwala ma'am, please come and give your address.
Thank you, Preeti. Thank you for a very nice introduction. But can I have CV of Dr. Preeti and Dr. Veera, Dr. Amit? Can you share the CV so that everyone will know all about
Sure,
Preeti
ma'am.
and our... Yes, so that will be easy for everyone. No, these are our guests. You first share the CVs of Dr. Veera Lohia and Dr. Preeti. First the convener and co-conveners. Dr. Bali. Yes. Shall I?
Ma'am, actually, I have arranged as per the program.
Okay.
So
No,
I
I
have
thought-
started with Chief Guest of Honor.
Okay, then it's okay. Okay. Now let me welcome you all. Now, today is a big day for us. It is Gwalior chapter inauguration of all medical Association of Medical Women of India. So 3 cheers for Gwalior and Madam Mandakini ma'am, because we got this opportunity because of her. Such an old society association, and we all were just, I think, wandering in the dark. And now we have got this power that we all are united under one roof, all fraternities. Let us not distinguish between you are a gyno, you are a pathologist, you are an anesthetist. So you used to feel a distance. So this is something which we are very, very grateful to Madam on President, our National President of AMWI. And I swear to God that we will really, really do everything with devotion and duty to help each and every woman doctor of India to reach the worth, their places. They are so hardworking. See, anonymity is a virtue, but unless you speak up, how will the people know? So, in the midst of severe winter, I realize
Please,
there lay within me an invincible summer. When Madam contacted me, and I said, yes, Madam, everything will be done. If you believe it, you can do it. And Madam, all my Gwalior girls, right from Rosa, Vrinda, Yashodhara, Veera, Preeti, everyone just trooped in. And Shraddha, here we are, Dr. Banga, Madam, everyone, I'm so thankful. So I raise up my voice on behalf of my women folk, not so that I can shout, but so that those without voice can be heard. And that should be my devotion of the multitude of muted women. So I stand up for the muted women. So we have esteemed women doctors here. And I'm so glad I'm interacting with Madam Valvekar. I'm interacting with Madam Lakshmi and Dr. Suvarna Khadilkar, ma'am. I have just, Rosa, can you please remind her if she can join, Dr. Suvarna? And Dr. Sapre, our dean, Madam has always been helpful. Madam Veena Agarwal, ex-dean, she has also been helpful. And Madam Amrita Malhotra, our ex-dean, she is always helpful. So all these great grand ladies of Gwalior, they are with us. So no looking back. So the seniors have paved the way for us. We have to carry the torch forward. So basics lessons we learned from them, and still we are in the learning stage. And I tell you, Madam, today's speakers, Dr. Anil and Dr. Usha Dave, Madam, we are waiting to hear from them, because these are some of the subjects we women doctors are lacking. Finance, we think it is not our job. We know how to earn, but I don't know what all we do after that. Only earning is our passion, and rest is, I think, I don't know what happens to all that money. And genetics is something, it is the newest thing. So we are going to have a fabulous webinar today, and each chairperson I have taken out from my society, from my Gwalior, and each one is a gem in its own. Dr. Veena Pradhan is such a, you have to see to believe what a load of work she's doing. Dr. Rita Mishra, she is doing so much for Mission Pink. Dr. Veera Lohia is always there. Dr. Kusum Singhal is a very active member. Dr. Usha Banga ma'am is a boon to the children of Gwalior, the neonates, the infants, they all look up to her. Dr. Shraddha is managing everything, all the district hospitals, that she's the anesthetist. And I tell you, all these Gwalior doctors are unsung heroes. And so here we are, madam. And of course, Dr. Yashodhara Gaur is our HOD. Dr. Vrinda is also GOG's president. So all and all, we all are here. So over to you, madam, to start the session. And I can go on and on for 3 whole hours. But Madam Mandakini, thank you so much. You have seen, we are able to see this day, and we are here. And I invited, madam, one more thing. I invited people from Manpreet has joined from Patiala, Gurpreet. So all the girls, Shashi Srivastava from Bhopal, we are all indebted to you. You gave us our FICOGs. You gave us the way to look forward and move forward. Yes, Veera?
Pam, we have Dr. Surekha Sapra also with us.
Yes, I was coming to that. And of course, radiologist Dr. Surekha, I just didn't see her there. Dr. Surekha Sapra, she's as I said, anonymity is the virtue. She's such a nice girl. And from last 25 years, she is managing all our congenital anomalies and everything. Surekha has the last word. And that's thank God to her. So welcome, Dr. Surekha. I hope you can see me. And Veera, anyone left? Dr. Rita Mishra? Dr. Rita Mishra, I had already said. And So here we go. And I think Dr. Kusum Singhal, I must say, she makes movies. So Kusum, you have another movie coming up for all women doctors. You have to produce a movie for us all. Madam, she will make a nice movie for all of us so that the message is loud and clear.
We will make for our association. Sure, for sure.
Yes.
And you know, she's
So,
done law, so she could look after the ethical aspect of many of us.
Yes. And Dr.
Legally.
Rosa has stamped Gwalior that Gwalior has guts, grits, grit, guts and determination. So here we go. We launch the Gwalior chapter. So welcome, Madam Mandakini. Can I have her CV, please? Madam Mandakini's CV. Dr. Amit. Madam, yes. Dr. Mandakini, ma'am, is chairperson ICOG Foxy 2020-21. She has been president. Right now, she is president Association of Medical Women in India, Central Council. She is also international vice president, AMWI Central Asia. She is national vice president, Foxy 12-13. She was member of FIVO Committee on Infections during pregnancy. She's such a body of work she's done. Member of AOFOG Reproductive and Sexual Health Committee. So grounded and so humble, madam. So much to learn from you. She's past president of Indian Federation of Ultrasound in Medicine and Biology. Past dean of Indian College of Medical Ultrasound. Chairperson of Imaging Science Committee. Deputy Director of Health Services, Government of Maharashtra. In charge of Family Welfare, RCH, PCPNDT, MTP and others. Advisor to Officers of Special Duty, Family Welfare, Health Department, Mantralaya, Mumbai. Prestigious post of... Yes, ma'am.
Enough. Now everybody can read.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So please now let us start.
Yes, madam. Madam, over to you. Please make it official and start the proceedings. And please introduce our chief guest.
Yeah. So I think good evening to everyone. Greetings from Mumbai to the Gwalior. And I think today is the happiest day, which whatever dream I am seeing, each and every part of the dream is being, materialized, and it is being, I can't believe that it is a true. I still think it is a dream because I took over as a national president of AMWI in a very glittering ceremony at Mumbai. And it was studied with the government officials, principal secretaries and all. And they were actually from the beginning, even when I was Foxy vice president, they were there because their presence made it, so much reputed that our organization has got so much, wider appearance or wider presence in the government. That is what I want to say. And their presence itself, I was installed by Additional Chief Secretary Vandana Krishna and by other IAS officers, and I think many of the dignitaries there were present for this function. When I actually took over, I'm going to tell in my lecture, but I'm just giving a little gist. That time I realized that when I read the history, 117 years old history, I was just telling people that the 5 presidents of AMWI were British because there were no women in medicine. They were not allowed to have education in medicine. So Queen Victoria brought those 5 doctors from the UK and posted them in Kama Hospital. And the 6th Dr. Dosibai Dadabai, she became the first woman president of Association of Medical Women of India. And coincidentally, she was invited to become the president of Foxy. That was our reputation of AMWI. So we are not no lesser than anybody else because our own association has such a great history and, so much sacrifice by those doctors. Then I come to other doctors like, Dr. Girard. She was very expert in the journal writing. She was invited by Foxy to have the journal which you are seeing. Suvarna will agree with me. Suvarna was the chief editor. Geeta Barsarkar, all our AMWI people. That the contribution of itself of AMWI into making the Foxy is so great. So we are already 117-year-old I went to the governor house the other day. He said, Madam, you had your centenary celebration in the governor house when I was the Mumbai president. Now I'm the national. They said, now, madam, you must have so many programs with the, other doctors, other pathies, this ophthalmologists. I can see all the, all the specialists here, all the branches, women are there. And you have to rejuvenate. You have to, revitalize. And that is what I have started. And my theme itself is a rejuvenate, revitalize, revamp, reorganize, and bring all the women. The Bharatwara chapter, which is a rural chapter, we will not call it a B grade, but this is a suburban, or you can call it a, sub-district level hospital where they are doing great work, women. So everything will be brought on this platform. Shashibala, you have done a wonderful job. Initially, the moment I tell anybody, chapter khola, so they give the date only. They give the date. I just told Professor Seema Jalandhar, Madam, 10 February ko apna inauguration hai. I mean, that is a commitment. And I am being just facilitator to bring all of you together so that your work can be seen. Second thing, very important, we are not only Association Medical Women of India. We are connected with our world body that is known as Medical Women International, AMWI. And I was a vice president, I was chosen from Central Asia as a vice president to this world body. Our world body is also 100 years. But we are senior to them. They were 2019 and we are 2007. So we are senior to them. So all in all, what I want to convey to all, we have a great legacy. We have a great history. Our doctors have suffered like anything. I can't tell you in this only introductory because I'm going to share with you all the stories later on. And Kusum is going to make a nice film for us. So this, and in a nutshell, I want to say I'm so moved by their sacrifices that I want each and every woman of this woman in medicine to actually feel that, those feelings should come to her, that I should do something for the. And today you can see 60% of the admission in the medical college because of the sacrifices of those women. You will hear so many stories later on, but now for this particular program, I think my lecture will also tell you so many things of the past. But with this, I think Shashibala, I don't want to name it, Rosa, all the madams, and most importantly, my Vandana Varvekar madam, who has just agreed. Last, this thing, Dr. Usha Saraya inaugurated, she was so mesmerized. Paratwada, I have not heard the name of Paratwada. I said, madam, we are going to have many chapters who have not heard the name of Paratwada. Itself is a beauty of that AMWI that we are bringing them into our fold. So that is the beauty. Today we have Vandana Varvekar madam, who herself was a president of AMWI. Today we have Swarna Khadilkar. We have Nalini Kurve, our vice president from Nagpur. Many of the officials are already here, and your enthusiasm is palpable, and we are very sure that you are really going to feel the same way which I am feeling. And I really, admire your guts, admire your initiative, and admire your enthusiasm. And we all women doctors will be together and we'll carry forward the work of our, ancestor or the doctors, women doctors who have sacrificed their life for us. So with this word, all the best. And I will request, now I have to introduce Dr. Vandana Varvekar madam. Please show her CV. I have a long association with Madam Varvekar. She was president of IFMB. Then I became the president of IFMB. I am following her at her footsteps. Madam, she was dean of Indian College of Ultrasound. Then I was a dean of Indian. So I told her, madam, I am following you everywhere. And now I am the national president after her. So, madam, thank you for that opportunity. Madam is a wonderful human being. She was a former dean of Gwalior Hospital. You can see so many of her students, always say, Madam Malvekar, Chandarlulla, so many people, those who have studied in Gwalior knows her, academic background and her nature as a teacher and a dean. She was a professor emeritus, Nauroji Hospital and State GS Medical College, former president of Mumbai OBGY Society, IFMB, I have already mentioned, then Indian Society of ISOPA, Association of Medical Women of India. Then Vice President of FOXY, Secretary General of Association of Maharashtra, AMOX, she was there. Then Ethics Committee, Labor, and she's a great, great human being. And she's very supportive to junior doctor work. What we require, the quality. I must tell all the women doctors that you are going to help your colleague, you are going to help your juniors, because we have a wing. Why AMWI, like a why
Hello.
young women. So with this word, I really request Dr. Vandana Valvekar Madam to bless us with her Chief Secretary address, Chief Guest address. And Madam Valvekar, floor is yours. Valvekar Madam.
Okay, I have unmuted myself. Am I visible and audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Mandakini. It is a pleasure and a privilege to be at this Gwalior gutsy, gay, dhamal, gritty women gynecologists of Gwalior. What I have heard is really fun and it is very nice. On a serious note, I want to say, we, as you know, we are the oldest institution in the country and elsewhere, number one. And we are the only institution with multiple faculty women in India. Even for men, there is not a single multiple faculty organization like this. So we must be proud of our of our oneness and our situation. I'm glad. At one time, we have only three participants or three branches as far as AMWI is concerned. But I think Mandakini's enthusiasm has added many more. And I think it's a step forward in days of today's women's empowerment, in days of today's women taking more and more active part in life, not only in work and otherwise. And therefore, it is important that all the specialities of all women doctors not only flourish, but they come together.
Not heard. Hang zale.
Madam, congratulations. Ma'am, congratulations.
Welcome.
Nice to see you, Varsha.
Nice to see you all too. Good evening,
Vandana
everybody.
Madam la phone kara. Vandana Madam la phone kara.
Welcome, Varsha.
Good to see you, Varsha. Welcome.
Hi,
Hello,
Varsha.
Varsha, नाशिकला आहे MWI प्रोग्राम आपला.
हो का? अरे वा, क्या बात आहे. Congratulations, madam.
International Vice President is coming. It is
अरे
on
वा,
the 9th ला नाशिकला.
अच्छा,
मॅडम
very good.
मॅडम तुमचं म्यूट आहे. वंदना
मॅडम वाल्वेकर,
तुम्ही म्यूट आहे.
इंटरनेट मध्ये काहीतरी प्रॉब्लेम आहे.
yes.
Now it is okay.
Yes, madam.
So I want to congratulate the Gwalior Society for taking such an enthusiastic initiative into AMWI, and I hope it will flourish well. And I want to tell one particular friend who has been there for many years, Dr. Rosa. It's a pleasure to see her, and I'm sure she'll work very hard for the organization. Wish you all the best, and wish Dr. Mandakini also best for the next few branches. Congratulations and all the best. Thank you.
आता मी काय म्हटलं, after the guest honor,
Thank you.
say the guest of honor, then we will do the inauguration.
Yes, madam. Madam, can you now please welcome the guest of honors?
Yes, can you display the biodata of guest of Sheila Sapre, madam? Suvarna is our secretary. She will speak later.
Madam Sapre.
Yeah. Now it's a great pleasure for me to introduce my dear friend Dr. Shaila Sapre. She was an ex-dean and professor HOD, Gwalior Medical College. She was president of Gwalior Association of OBGY, dean faculty of medicine, ex-member of editorial board of Journal of OBGY, and very humble and very wonderful person, Shaila. And thank you very much for all the support you always give it to me and to my organization. And Shaila, please give us your blessings and Gwalior chapter requires you as a, main support. Shaila. Unmute kara. अरे उनको अनम्यूट करने को बोलो ना, अनम्यूट करो, अनम्यूट नहीं होता है.
हेलो. यस मैडम, बोलिए.
हेलो.
हाँ बोलिए
Yes, madam, we can hear.
Yes. You can hear me?
Yes, madam.
Yeah, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
At the outset, I congratulate my dear friend, Dr. Mandakini. She is doing excellent work. And I have no words to appreciate the work done by her for our society as well as in other activities. I also congratulate Dr. Pam, Preeti Gupta, and all the doctors, because if I go on naming, there are so many doctors in Gwalior who are doing excellent work. So I appreciate their work. And with this word, I just say best of luck for good work which you are doing. And I hope the society will be doing best for our society of Gwalior. Thank you. Because we are running short of time, I will not take much time, and so I say best of luck for the working.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sapre. Now our next guest of honor is none other than Dr. Veena Agrawal. We have all the deans in the row for this wonderful program. Thank you very much for being there. Dr. Veena Agrawal, she was ex-dean of Professor of HOD of Gwalior Medical College, Director Agrawal Hospital and Research Center, and we want to hear your blessings and your best wishes for your Gwalior chapter, madam. Please, floor is yours.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am.
First of all, I thank you to inviting me as a guest of honor in this association. It is definitely, I was not knowing about this association. It is doing a great job, I know today, and I wish I will be a part of it if any help is needed in the future. And I wish a great success of this association. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Agrawal. And we are sending the form. Form is already with Pam, and tomorrow I want your form to be filled.
Definitely.
And make your department lecturers, juniors, student wing is also there. So, madam, please help us to make the members also. Now, the next guest of honor is our Dr. Amrita Malhotra. She is again our very, Dean of our Gwalior Medical College, Professor and HOD of Anesthesiology, Director of Mansik Arogya Shala, and the post-retirement, she is the chairman of the ethical committee of the Gwalior Medical College, and honorary member of the PCPNDT. Madam, I must tell you that we are having many anesthetists member in our AMWI. And recently I was in Goa. I think Usha Dave will agree with me. There were anesthetists in even Guardian Medical College. There were cardiac surgeon, anesthetists, ophthalmologists, pathologists, full. Madam, we want to work under one roof and you gave us the roof. So, madam, it is requested that please give us blessings for your own Gwalior chapter, and you also become member and make your, also member. So, please.
Yes, ma'am. I am grateful to Madam Mandakini ji. Actually, I was also not knowing.
किसी को ही मालूम नहीं है
Madam is speaking now.
I am grateful to you, madam, because you have united all of us together on one platform. And I'm also grateful to Shashi. When she told me to join this, then I told her that I am not a gynecologist. Then she told me, no, this is the platform for all the female women in this organization. So I am very grateful, and I will definitely make convenience to all my students of anesthesiology, those who are working here to join this platform. Thank you, Madam. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, madam.
Madam is freedom fighters. And she is really, we look up to her. She has got multi-dimensional. So she'll be coming
I
to our
would like to,
meeting.
yeah. Shashibala, here I will
Yes.
like to inform the audience, because we are full audience, that we are felicitating the women in medicine who has done extraordinary job. Whether they are just now member or not, that is not the issue. So please forward the name. I am telling Lakshmi and other people also. Extraordinary work, and in the field of medicine, whether it is any branch. So and this is a program is on the 8th March. All AMWI chapters and all AMWI branches, we will have a big program, for 4 to 5 hours, and we will have felicitation. So I just want to inform you. Now, please, guest of honor, we all finished the inauguration.
Yes, madam.
So now I want to, Vandana Varvekar to declare. Are you showing the video?
Madam.
No, it's okay. No problem.
It will take time. It will take time.
No formality. I want Vandana Varvekar, madam, our chief guest, and 3 guests of honor to just declare that Gwalior chapter is open, and
yes.
they will abide by the oath of. I have Suvarna Khadilkar here. Please, Suvarna, and our Vice President, Dr. Nalini Kurve. Nalini, please share your thoughts, and later on we declare. Nalini, please.
So let them finish and then we will declare.
Yeah, declare.
Yeah.
दिवाबत्ती काही करणार नाहीये. Now we are late already. Nalini, please.
Very good afternoon to one and all. I am Dr. Nalini Kurve, Second Vice President, AMWI. Indeed, it is very good initiative by our President, Dr. Mandakini Mek, to start the chapters from all over India. Earlier, we had only 3 branches, but now we are spreading like anything. So it is good initiative. I congratulated Dr. Mandakini Mek, and with all the talented, bold, and of course beautiful doctors from all faculties, AMWI will climb to newer heights in near future. All the best to Gwalior chapter and other incoming chapters also. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Now we have Suvarna Khadilkar, our secretary. And when I told her about the Gwalior, she said, "No, madam, me. Oh, Gwalior is my place." And then I and then I took her history, because my subject is history, past history. So then Shashibala told me, "Oh, uska nanihali yahan ka hai." So and she is a very vivacious, intelligent. She is a Deputy Secretary General of Foxy, and editor emeritus of our Jogi. Very talented girl, and my student from JJ Gamma Hospital. Whenever I look at her, I call her. अरे स्कर्ट में तो ऐसी दिखती थी, she said, मैडम इतनी बड़ी हो गई, नानी भी बन गई, तो आप स्कर्ट में ही मुझे देखते हैं. So Swarna, wonderful to have you here. Please share your thoughts about our new projects, initiatives, and what is my vision as a president, how we want to reach to each and every woman doctor of India. Swarna.
Welcome, Suvarna ma'am.
She's moving so much.
Madam, muted. You're muted.
Muted.
Suvarna ma'am, you're muted.
Why she's moving so much? I don't. Muted.
And home. I had
Yes,
another meeting. I just
Yes.
returned home, and then all this, I heard your conversation. So I put on the audio and put off the audio again, because there was some people coming to my house. I just reached home, and I must congratulate at the outset Dr. Mandakini Mek. She is a dynamic president of AMWI. Very few people can have such a great impact on all India level, and she has also been MWIA vice president, so she has really done good work at the international level also. But I'm seeing her, I mean, she's so dedicated, and she doesn't let me do anything. She does everything, and she tells me, let me, means because she says, Suvarna, you are busy, मी सगळं केलंय ग, तू जाऊ दे, तू नुसती ये, तू ये बस, तुझे सगळं ब्रॉशर रेडी आहे, सगळं रेडी. I'm really sorry for that, madam. I could not help you much. But really, I said, last time also there was a this thing of another chapter where I just could not be present because of my prior commitment. But I said, Gwalior chapter, I have to come. As madam already told you, because I have really some very close memories of Gwalior. And I can see the whole Gwalior.
Gwalior, see here. कशा मुली आहेत बघा. म्युटेड ना, म्युटेड काय चालू आहे? तुम्ही इतके टॅक्स सेवी लोक कसं काय?
I'll call you back.
हा, म्युटेड आहे सुवर्णा.
Okay. Hello.
Swarna ma'am.
Suvarna.
Can't see you.
Automatically, I don't know why I'm getting muted. People are muting me. Perhaps they don't want to listen to my badbad.
It is not possible. Please carry on.
I can see so many of my dear friends, and before that, my very respectable senior teacher, Dr. Vandana Valvekar. I give all my respects to you, madam. It's really good to have you as chief guest on this function. And she has always been a source of inspiration to many of us. And same for all AMWI chapters also, I'm sure you can take her guidance. Yes. And I see Dr. Rosa Ulai, who has been with me for so many years in all fronts, in Indian Menopause Society, in FOXY, and all the associations that she is also linked with. I am also there. Great to have you in the Gwalior chapter. I can see Dr. Nalini Kurve, who just spoke about this, Dr. Manpreet Kaur, Dr. Veena Pradhan, Dr. Usha, Dr. Anil Kaur, Dr. Veera Lohia. Hi, Dr. Veera. We have been meeting so many times. And Shashi Bala. Shashi Bala, you have been so good. I don't know. I used to call her Pam Ma'am, and I used to like that rhyming name very much. And Dr. Shaila Madam, I can't see. And Brunda, who has been... Varsha, yes, I can see Varsha also. Fantastic. So many people have joined. I think Nashik chapter was recently inaugurated. So I'm so happy to see. I can see Lakshmi logged in, but I can't see her whether she's on this thing. And Dr. Vrunda was a very dear friend of mine. I'm given to understand she will be the chair of one of the sessions. So nice to meet all of you. And Gwalior is really full of energy. I'm sure they are full of talents. So all of us at AMWI have been, working very hard to make this organization visible everywhere. And special efforts of our dear President, Dr. Mandakini Meg, I think they are now coming to, seeing the light of the day, that she is going all corners of India, and she is motivating people to become members of AMWI. See, when this association was formed, it was thought that women were not given their rights and women were not, welcome as doctors. So they had faced so many of problems. Being a housewife as well as medical person, nobody was cooperating with them. I don't think that is the case today. So many of us have very supportive families. So many of us have such a great position in society, but still there is a need to have this association in place, which is going on and running for more than 100 and I think 10 or 12. 117 years. So I have to say that this must go on, and we must show our power to the whole world, and whatever our problems, issues, and of course our scientific talents, we must always discuss and progress. Thank you so much, and sorry for getting muted every time. I don't know how I was getting muted. Anyway, thank you so much and wish you all the best. I'm sure you will do well. Thank you.
Thank you, Swarna. Thank you, Swarna, for those wonderful words.
Thank you.
And you have a connection with Gwalior, but I also want to declare my connection with the Gwalior. My medical admission was done in Gwalior. But my father was not ready to send me to Gwalior. I was in Ujjain. My father said, "Oh, it's far lamb hai." No.
Dacoits.
Then I went to Indore Medical College, but Gwalior is my first medical college, so that connection and that is with me. So I think with this, I will request, please stay back, Swarna, everyone, all the officials of AMWI. I will request Vandana Vardekar madam to declare Gwalior chapter open. We don't have any formality.
Madam, do we have to take the pledge?
Yeah.
Hello.
Take the
Do you have a pledge?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll give a pledge. I will give a pledge.
Yes.
It is an absolute honor and enthusiasm. Oh God, again. Oh, that this is the pledge that you are taking.
Yeah.
Please, somebody repeat after me. You,
Yes.
the members of the Gwalior chapter.
We, the members
of the Gwalior chapter.
Take the pledge.
Take the pledge to serve the community with devotion and sincerity.
Serve the community
and duty and devotion. Duty and
devotion.
That is our motto.
Devotion and sincerity.
Thank you very much for taking the pledge today, and I hope you will complete the responsibilities and honors of the pledge. What I want to say today is the enthusiasm that the gutsy, pretty gynecologists of Gwalior have shown, what Suvarna has declared about the enthusiasm, and what this one Mandakini is trying to achieve. I have one suggestion: make your logo "Me No Pause." How do you like that?
Yes.
So congratulations, and I declare the Gwalior branch open as far as AMWI is concerned, and wish it all the success. Please remember me.
And I want to declare that we are having the WhatsApp group of email group of the chapters separate, branches are separate, and chapter, and you two, now compete with each other. Bharatwada is already racing with 400 women examined. So I think there will be very healthy competition, and you all will be doing a great work. With this, all the best, and we declare the session open, and we start with our first session.
Yes.
Thank you, madam. Photo काढून घे, photo सगळे जण आहे पिक्चर मध्ये. Photo काढा. Hi, Dhanalakshmi.
Hello, madam.
We have many geneticists here today. झाला का photo? So now let's start.
Now let's move on to the first session.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, madam, for giving us this opportunity to start our chapter. And I think my CV need not be seen. I'm just MS FICOG, thanks to ma'am. We have for the first session chairperson, Dr. Vrinda Joshi. She's professor and ex-head HOD of Obstetrics and Gynecology, Kamla Raja Hospital, GRMC. And presently she is president GOGS for this season 23-24. Next, please. Next chairperson is Dr. Surekha Sapra. She is MBBS MD Radio Diagnosis, Gwalior, and she's running this Samadhan Diagnostics for last 25 years. Welcome, Dr. Surekha. Next chairperson is Dr. Kusumlata Singhal. She's senior consultant OB-GYN, and she has held various posts in IMA and IMS CGP, and she's director of prestigious Koteshwar Hospital, Gwalior, and she's a laparoscopic surgeon. And she's a very multi-talented doctor. Welcome, Dr. Kusum Singhal. Now, I will request, I will request Dr. Vrinda, are you there? To introduce Madam Mandakini.
I'm introduced, only she can call my name, no problem.
Okay. Dr. Surekha, can you call, invite Madam for her deliberation? Dr. Surekha? I think all are muted.
Let Rosa call my name. Rosa, you call my name.
Yes, madam. It's a pleasure to have you in this forum, and congratulations actually for doing this. I know your dynamism. When I was your chairperson in Foxy, you were the vice president, and you've done a lot of good to Gwalior with ICOG, as Dr. Palm had said. So, and I would also be very happy to see Dr. Vandana Valvekar here. We've been associated with her, and she is the same as was so many years back when I saw her. And of course, the guest of honor, which is Madam Professor Sapre, my mentor, my teacher, Professor Veena Agarwal. And of course, Madam Malhotra, is good to see her here as well. So congratulations, Dr. Palm, Dr. Veera, Lawyer, and Preeti, who are going to, start with this chapter here, and all the other friends who are here. I think Varsha is also here. So Varna, good to see you here. Dr. Rita, I can see you, and other friends. Some of you all are muted here. Anyway, so can I have Dr. Mandakini's?
Yeah. So good evening, everyone, and you can see this beautiful picture of Gwalior. So we are here. The logo is already stamped on the Gwalior. So congratulations to the Gwalior chapter. You can see the AMWI logo, duty and devotion, inauguration of AMWI Gwalior chapter. And also we took the blessings of, please mute everyone, please mute everyone, mute everyone. And we have taken the blessings of our Mahakareshwar, and I think we are really going very, very fast as far as the chapter creation is concerned. And great enthusiasm. You can see so many photographs. I told Shashi, why are we having so many? Madam, so many people are there. They are all over, going to become members, and they are so much enthusiastic. And I'm extremely happy to see this flyer here. And welcome to the main branch of AMWI as a Gwalior chapter. Recently, as I told you that on 22nd of February, this January, we had this beautiful program, physical program at Gardi Medical College, Ujjain. And I tell you, around 150 people attended. Anesthetists, I want to tell Madam, anesthetists were there, heart surgeons, ophthalmologists, everyone is becoming the member. So much so was needed for the women doctors. So and I said, okay, now we are supported by husband, but still I say that around 60% of the younger doctor, even the middle-aged doctor, they have problems with their professional life. They require support in their day-to-day practices. And even for the medico-legal also, women are suffering a lot. And you have seen the Rajasthan case where the suicide was committed by that leading doctor. So much is needed, though it is done, but so much is needed. And that is what is my aim, to, organize everyone under one roof and, try to solve their problems. Then we had this Parathwada chapter. So in January itself, we had 3 chapters opening, and they are just doing so well. I want to introduce my national body to you. We had 2 officials here. Dr. Bulbul Chaudhary will be the next, he is the vice president. Nalini Purve, you saw. Yamini was a past president. She is our secretary. Bharti Abhankar, Sarita Bhalerao, who is the ICOG secretary, is our treasurer. Sushila, Dr. Sushila Lakshmi is here. She was past ICOG chairperson. And Mrudul Chahande. Extremely efficient team. And we have Vandana Valvekar as our patron. You have heard her. Of course, Usha Saraya madam and all these senior advisors. Not going far. पुढे नहीं जाता कहाँ गए आगे क्यों नहीं जा रहा है अरे
Ma'am, please click on the arrow left lower corner.
अच्छा ये जात नहीं है I don't know. एक मिनट let me just see. Okay. Something is wrong here.
Ma'am, can you reshare it once?
Not getting. Acha, okay. Reshare ka? Okay. Because it is moving. Otherwise, it is moving. 1 minute. I'll just reshare. So this is our executive committee, international, Medical Women International, and you can see they are on our AMWI. Through AMWI, we are affiliated to WHO. We are affiliated to We are affiliated to UNICEF. We are affiliated to United Nations. That I came to know when I became the central. So our body is already recognized by the international agencies, health agencies, and that's a great news for all of us. Now the formation began in 1880. Before the association was formed, there were no medical women doctors in India. There was a Parda system. In 1885, Countess of Dufferin Fund was created. And I'm extremely fortunate to serve in all those hospitals which was funded by the Dufferin Fund. Kama and Elbless Hospital for women and children, I was a superintendent. Women Hospital Dufferin, Amravati, itself called the Dufferin Hospital, 500-bedded women hospital, I was there. Akola, Lady Harding Hospital, I was there. So all these women hospital, doctors were women. Now the male have come, but all doctors, every staff was female. And these are known, very famously known as the women hospitals of Maharashtra and Lady Harding Hospital of Delhi. Then working conditions of the hospital very poor and medical education was very difficult to obtain. A few courageous women doctors came together, formed the Association of Medical Women of India in 1907. It's a great legacy, and now the few women doctors were very brave, dynamic ladies whose life stories are a source of inspiration. You can see this beautiful historic photograph here. So many women doctors, they serve the organization with devotion and sincerity. And as already mentioned, that our AMWI motto is duty and devotion. Now you can see here the Queen Victoria. She sent the women doctors to India to set up the Kama hospital. And there is very interesting story to it, that one of the patients sent the Victoria that, one small letter in the ring to Queen Victoria that we are dying. There are no women doctors. Please look after us and do something and send the doctors from UK. So that letter was read by Queen Victoria, and she set up that fund and immediately posted the women doctors to Kama Hospital. At that time, they have set up the Kama Hospital in 1819. Then just now mentioned in my introductory speech that Dosibai Dadabai was the first lady president of AMWI. Simultaneously, she was invited to become the president of Foxy, and we are above or on par, or what I can call is a senior than the Foxy by at least 75 years. Then the Girard president was this AMWI president. She was ending the journal, and there are so many activities in her name. So we are very, very indebted to all these doctors who were the pioneer in bringing the women in medicine. And now today you can see here, we are all here. Then the first president was Amy Benson, a British woman doctor who was a superintendent at Kama Hospital. And all the audience, I want to tell you, those who do not know me, I was fortunately the superintendent of Kama Hospital for 14 years. I think Varsha and so many people have visited with me. They have seen my bungalow there, and it's a wonderful feeling to be the heading such a prestigious hospital for 14 years. Then in 1914, women's medical services were begun, providing a unique opportunity to work. Now here I would like to tell you, the government, like a IAS officer, yesterday I was in Rashtrapati Bhavan, I was in Raj Bhavan. That time IAS is Indian Service, Indian Administrative Service, IPS Indian Police. Similarly, there was Indian Women's Services. But unfortunately, see, 1914, that services was in the government. They were sitting in the government. That status was given by the Britisher. But unfortunately, this service was disabled after the independence. See what has happened to us. Britisher has given us the power. But this particular cadre of service, where women was empowered, and they were making policies, they were in administration, that service was disabled after the independence. So, I mean, we feel very sorry that independence has not given us the power which we are having. Now we are looking at the administration, asking them for the help. Instead of we being in the chair, we are now asking for the help. So that was the case. So we have to re-establish our power in the government and at many places. 1916, the Lady Harding Hospital Medical College was founded, staffed entirely by women. You will be surprised to note that Kama and Elbless Hospital for women, 500 bedded today, it was 300 before. Lady Harding Hospital was constructed by Association Medical Women of India, then handed over to government. No other organization in the world has constructed the hospital and given it to the government. This is the only, see the amount of work they have done for the society and the government. It is a vice versa. The other organization asking for a place in the hospital. Here we already own the hospital, and later on we gave it to the government for the better, functioning and medical admission, etc. So I think we are really, really great in our all duties, and our previous people have done an excellent job. You can see this was a Lady Harding Hospital at that time, 1916. And this 1886, Kama Hospital was started around 140 years, 150 years back, 1886, to start the Kama Hospital. And surprisingly, yesterday I gone for a function and I saw the bust of this Elbless. I said, oh, this Elbless is Kama and Elbless Hospital. Then I took a photograph. And my husband was, then I read this thing that he has given a very big donation in the place for the Kama Hospital near the VT station. This is the only hospital. It's a beautiful, square hospital, 500. The place was given by Kama and Elbless. Elbless is this man, and his name was Mackenzie. This is written here, Mackenzie. I don't know. Then this is Elbless, and he has given in 1886 the place. So just his piece of history for you. Now the notable work, the association has started working for the welfare of the women, mostly that time public health, polio, TB, there were the many problems that time. Social hygiene, family welfare, family planning, and venereal diseases were made. That time they started working. All our AMWI members started working, and during Diamond Jubilee, we have, celebrated in 1907, 2007, I have celebrated the centenary of our organization. But at the time of Diamond, 75 years, that time you can see a cancer at Kama Albright's Hospital was established in 1968. And Kolkata has started a full-fledged mission hospital. Till now, our organization is running a hospital, which is a very rare thing, because no other organization is running a full-fledged hospital. And you can see the name of the donor who was a NRI member. We are having NRI member also. The Hemprova Ghosh MacDonald. The name was MacDonald. Now we have a grand legacy by way of Dr. Jerusa Girard. She graduated from the GMC, Mumbai, and the superintendent of Kama Hospital. And you can see the beautiful structure of Kama Hospital. And really, we are doing lots of work as AMWI. And we have office. I want to tell you, we have a full-fledged office in Kama Hospital. No other organization has an office in the government premises. So you must visit next time when you come to Kama Hospital. You can see the previous presidents. You can see here, and now I am the 28th president of this organization, prestigious. Now we are having many orations, like this is a Girard oration. We are having publications, and this Edith Pichi was in 1845. She was the first women. You can see the preparation of the Vandana Walekar madam. You can see here. I was a deputy director that time, and you can see the centenary preparation. You can identify many people here. And this was the this governor house. This was the first function which was held in the governor house. S.M. Krishna, Honorable S.M. Krishna was the this thing. And we published books. I think I am going to, Shashibala, going to give you this book. That is a Women Doctors in India. It's a beautiful book, and it is monogram to be kept. We have written, Usha Saraya madam, myself, we have written the book. And so many all over world, they take our book, because nobody has that kind of book. This was a centenary celebrations souvenir. This is also a document to be kept. I'm going to give you the copy. So now with this history, what is our aim? What exactly you do when you become member? What you do? We have promotion, professional fellowship among the fellows, members and interests of women. We support each other. It promotes the advancement research and also do the lot of work in the family welfare and women's health. Deep rooted in promoting education and healthcare in the community. That is what is our, and in the domain of public health, awareness, cancer, all these things are our aims and objectives. Now, so we have grand legacy, which I have already told you, and Jerusa Girard oration, and this is a prestigious occasion for me where I was chief guest with Seema Vyas and GAD, Mantralaya, whole Mantralaya was there for my installation, and I'm extremely privileged to have such kind of installation, grand installation at Mumbai. You can see my secretary, Suvarna Khadilkar, who is a Foxy secretary also, and now the Sarita Bhalera, she is our treasurer. Now, coming to your chapter, what do you do as a chapter? Once you form the chapter, what do you do? So you have to conduct the academic and social activities, propagate the aims and objective of the AMWI, which I have told. I'm going to share the presentation also. Mentor, you have to help and mentor the hand-holding of the young doctors. You know, we are going to have forums for them. We have the theme of the year. My theme is equip, educate, and empower, along with revitalize, rearrange, and refurnish or revitalize the organization. That is our aim. To attend the CMEs, conferences, international conferences, research paper, plan activities, social activities, sports activity, even the other kind of activities with duty and devotion must become the member of AMWI. You must become the member of. So with this Kolhapur, Nashik, Paratwada, Ujjain, Sholapur is just now another. Then we have Jalandhar, Bhubaneswar and Gwalior. We are having this chapter. This is our West Bengal branch. You can see the certificate here, that full-fledged certificate of running a hospital by an organization, which is so difficult. And they are senior members. They are sometimes unable to walk, but still they are carrying out the work of that mission hospital so dedicatedly. So Mumbai branch is a very active branch, and we are having cytology clinic. Please visit the cytology clinic. You have any problem, you have to write to us. Send your slides for the second opinion, anything you want. This is a real work. We are just not going to talk. We are going to help you with so many activities and other scientific. This is a Nagpur branch. Lakshmi is the president now. And most importantly for you, that Golden Jubilee Award is there. All the young people, you are going to apply for this, show your work. This year and last year we given 2 Golden Jubilee Awards. It is a very prestigious award, and it is given in the annual conferences. Then we have this Mariam Jasi. She is our Secretary General of Medical Women International, and when she came to India, she told wrote to me, Mandakini, I want to visit your India AMWI office. And we were the first country to actually make our visit possible and have this webinar where everyone was present. And again, a proud privilege for me that they are printing the magazine in which India is given the top priority as a country focus. So we have written what exactly India is doing and what is our history. And I think we are very privileged to have India as a number 1 in all the 156 countries. And I think with this chapter opening and your activities also coming in, it will become so beautiful that our India will be on the top of the list of the 156 countries. This is and I inspire you, or I want to promote you to the international conferences. You can see few photographs. Nalini was there, New York, when my installation was there. Vienna. Now the next conference is Bangkok. That is a Central Asia conference. I'm going to give you the forms. Let us make a big delegation to the Bangkok, and later on it is in the Egypt international conference. So this is a international conference history. I'm not going to read it for you. Only thing is Lao Joy was the first president of organization AMWI. And now it is 100-year-old. And we have 12,000, more than 12,000 members all over the world. We are international organization, WHO, UNICEF, World Medical Assembly, and now we are, our Mariam Jhansi is on the this World Bank also. So we have many people from our organization who are serving with these bodies. It is a privilege for me to get installed in a very glittering ceremony. Many of the people, I think Nalini was there. I was Central Asia Vice President, installed, very lucky to be installed in the centenary celebration in New York. So it was wonderful. So the office bearer were this, and I was one of the Central Asia, representing Central Asia Vice President. And you can see beautiful, you know, we have done a lot of cultural program, we did the dance, we participated in each and every activity. It's not only academics. Academics was there, we gave the talks and all, but you can see there were competition in cooking. So one dish from India, and then somebody won the, I think Mridul Chand, they won the this thing. Then we had this Roosevelt, the President Roosevelt's son, and this was United Nations headquarters we were called. And you know, it was fantastic. I think you should be a part of all these international delegations. This was Girard oration is conducted at the international conference with a lot of, you know, traditional Indian customs, and it is liked very much by all the international faculties. And this was a Girard oration. This was Vienna. This is Dr. Previous president of AMWI, and it was Vienna. There was dancing competition. They say you must learn the Western dance in the Vienna. So luckily I could learn some dancing in the Vienna. It was a wonderful experience. Then we have conferences like Central Asia. When I was a vice president, then our conference was a very big hit. Eradication of domestic violence, enhancing the skills, environment safety, lifestyle diseases, and empowering women. This was a wonderful conference which I conducted. This is Bangkok CRC, and you can see our Indian delegation. Even Saraya madam was dancing. I think Vandana Vadekar, you can see here. Such a beautiful dance we did for India Day, and I think it's wonderful. So this is a UK. All the UK officials you can see here. They also celebrated the 100 years, and Leslie Regan and all those famous people, they are the members, and they always come for us. If you have a program, you want me to invite any one of them, we can get them. World Health Assembly, me and Dr. Usha Sarai are always attending the World Health Assembly, WHO, we are invited, and we present our site. And this is for Kumud Singhal, that I am going to share you the one film we have made, myself and Usha Saraya, on 100 years of AMWI. So I'm going to share, and then you can make it more glorious and beautiful. When the COVID was there, that time only very few people were allowed to go. It was the Taipei, and this was a conference, and beautiful, you know, visits, but it was COVID time, international conferences. So what I want to say, that you as a chapter, you know, represent, give papers, represent, give presentations, get invited, and the world is open to you. Through AMWI, world women doctors are actually will be there for you to guide, and really you will shine like a star. So these are the international handover was taken on the COVID time. That time the handover was taken on webinar only, and only few people were invited physically, like me, I have gone there. Now coming to the last 3-4 slides. So my theme, which you are going, as a chapter, is going to have this, like the equip with the skills. You are going to have workshops, CMEs, educate with knowledge, empower. And motto is reform, rejuvenate, and revital. You have to, take out all their passiveness and convert it into activeness, make them visible everywhere, put the logo of AMWI, put the name of the president, put the name of the convener. We have shared this banner also with you, a standard banner, and this is my vision. Increase the number of country we are already doing, rejuvenating, collaborating with everybody. CSR activity we are trying with the other pharmaceutical government organization we are already working. Now you will be invited to become the members of our committees, which we have already: journal club, educational activities. Younger women, I think Madam will tell, Agrawal and other madam, younger doctors below 40 should become a member to start this AMWI wing in your society. And these are the committee I will write to you. Please work in these committees for the AMWI, and you will be really having a very good platform to showcase your talent and your commitment. These are the committees. We'll write to you. Formation of chapter was my top priority, which already we are doing. And certificate courses, as we said, these are our certificate courses. We will be just starting those. And congratulations again to Shashibala Bhosle, Veera Lohia, Preeti Gupta, chapter co-coordinator, and all the Gwalior people for this initiative. Wonderful. And these are the organization where we are already, AMWI and AMWI is already on their board as the members. And last but not the least, again, though we have come after a century, also still the condition of the women doctor is not such. So women are not dying because of a disease we cannot treat, but we are dying because societies are yet to take a decision that their lives are worth saving. This is my very, very favorite. And still we are facing the financial crunch at the government level, GDP. So we as a women, we must try to have more GDP, more finances into the health. Also restore our position in the British era, where women cadre was given like a IS cadre, which I am fighting for that. Women should be given power in the government, not we shouldn't be demanding. We should be in the power. So with this word, I think let us all work for the AMWI, improving the health of women. Congratulations to each one of you for this wonderful opportunity, and thanks to Mahakal and giving me this vision, thought to have every woman, medical women, on this board. And let us make a sisterhood. They call it a sisterhood. You are actually mother for everybody when it comes to the AMWI, sharing and caring for everyone. So thank you very much for your patient listening.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much. Dr. Brinda, are you there?
Thank you, Didi, that you sent me this thing link. And I am so thankful to you, Madam Dr. Mandakini. We have had discussions earlier also, and so happy to meet you in person. And I also want to share that I also happen to be a student in the Kama and Albles Hospital AMWI. Colposcopy trainings you were conducting regularly. And in those days of learning, I have also had a long training in that hospital. It is really a beautiful one. And it's really very, very heartening to listen to you, madam, because yes, the world is the horizon for all of us as women and as women doctors. And it's really great that Dr. Shashibala Didi has taken this, I should say, baton. And Gwalior has rightfully included itself in the World Women's Plight.
Thanks to Madam Mandakini.
As much as possible for our all medical women's association.
I leave a responsibility to all of you that each one will make at least 5 members, so that suddenly our growth will be multiplied. I can say. So please take the responsibility. Yes. Now,
yes, and it was very.
Yes. Brinda is there. She's GOG's president right now. So Brinda can really, she's always there for us.
Yeah.
Sureka is also there.
Carry on the program now. 2 speakers are waiting.
Yes. Okay, madam. Then shall we move on?
Yes, please. Your comments will be in the last.
Yes, I would like to invite our co-convener, Dr. Veera Lohia, to introduce the chairpersons first. Dr. Veera?
Yeah. Yes. I'm there. Thanks, Pam. And I really thank our president of this AMWI for giving us the insight and enlightening us about this association. And not taking much time, I will straightforward invite my chairpersons for the next session, Dr. Yashodhara Gaur, who is now a professor and HOD of the Gynec department in Gwalior, and she is National Coordinator of Oncology Committee and founder president of AGAW MPSC, and she had award Best Surgeon Award, written many publications, and welcome Dr. Yashodhara Gaur. Our second chairperson, Dr. Rita Mishra, who is Assistant Superintendent of Kamala Raja Hospital and working in Public Health and Family Welfare Department from last 35 years, and very well doing her duties in the hospital. I invite her also. Then we have Dr. Veena Pradhan, who is a retired doctor from government services. She's a very enthusiastic social worker. So once again, thank you very much, everyone. And I welcome all the chairpersons to this session. And please now call our speaker, Dr. Anil Kaur, for the next session. Chairpersons, please.
Thank you, Dr. Veera. Thank you.
Dr. Yashodhara, are you there?
Yes, I am here, Didi.
Yeah, please carry on, Dr. Yashodhara.
Shall I introduce Anil Kaur, madam?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
go ahead.
Your pleasure.
Yes. So, Madam Anil Kaur is HOD OBGYN of Nampalli, Hyderabad Care Hospital. In practice, she
You are muted.
Can't hear you, Dr. Yashodhara.
yes.
Yashodhara, yeah.
She is a very live lady, kept alive varied interests like teaching, administration, finance management, social services, grooming and guiding youngsters, and dabbled in various hobbies and subjects like arts, hospital administration, trekking, traveling, and what not she is doing, writing, secretariat services, stores management. She is an expert in law, legal aid, medical legal advisor, and the list is very long. So, Dr. Anil Kaur, ma'am, I really owe to you. I welcome you. Although I joined a little bit late because of my busy schedule.
Welcome, Dr. Anil Kaur.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
thank
is a
you.
multi-faceted personality. Welcome, Dr. Anil.
Yeah, thank you. Can I, by the time I start, can you all put up the slides and somebody will have to manage the slides from there? I'm logged in from my cell phone.
Dr. Amit, please
Yes.
manage the slides. Yes.
Yeah, please pay attention. So, at the outset, good evening to all of you. What a vibrant start to the evening, I must say. And congratulations to Dr. Mandakini, the most enthusiastic person I've ever met in Foxy. And now I'm meeting her as a president of a very, very interesting forum and an organization which is about 117 years old. When she introduced it to me, I was quite surprised and taken aback. But the history which unfolded was fascinating. What I came to know today about Lady Harding Medical College was another gem in my knowledge, I must say, and it was worth listening to. Congratulations, Dr. Mandakini, and wish you all the best to many, many more chapters coming up. I owe my thanks to Dr. Shashigala Bhosle. Congratulations, Pam. You are lively, enthusiastic, and you have a knack of getting everybody on board. Your smile, your enthusiastic way and friendly way of calling anybody, I'm sure nobody can refuse a request from you. And so here I am today. I am grateful to all the chairpersons who are present for my session. Thank you, Dr. Yashodhara. As an HOD, I know how difficult it is for you to come out of your service at an odd time. And you're here to introduce me. It really means a lot to me. And thanks to the audience who has come on this fine evening to hear me out, and all the faculty, chairpersons,
and all the guests of honor who are around to hear this talk. Dr. Pam or Shashibala, I'm really enthused because you opted to give me a topic of my choice. And I thought in a women's forum, which was introducing itself to a large audience in your city, this topic is going to be really relevant. Why did I choose this topic? I earn, I manage. My passion is managing my money. It sounds wicked, doesn't it? But money is what makes the mare go. And at a very young age, I learned that what I earn, I manage, and I manage it best. I manage it best to my ability. This is my contribution to society and women as a women's empowerment social service, you can call it, because what I've seen across the decades is women are become so educated, so professional, achieving heights in their profession, but sad to say they're like mice when it comes to managing their money. They know they should just have money, that's it, they earn, but beyond that, they have no clue. And most of them happily hand over their purse strings to somebody else who will be the father, the brother, the husband, or nowadays an advisor, being absolutely blank about their finances. There are many seniors in this forum. I don't know how many seniors will agree with me that they must have gone through this phase when they really didn't have the authority to manage their own money. And I sincerely feel that women's empowerment is handling your own finances. So let us begin. Let's go to the next sentence. Next slide, sorry. Next slide, please. Jai Shri Ram. Everybody, these are seasons greetings, literally seasons greetings. Nowadays, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram. But why did I choose Jai Shri Ram after an introduction to my talk? There's a little shlok which I had heard somewhere, I think in an aarti. Ram hi karta, Ram hi dharta, Ram hi data, Ram vidhata. So, aapko Ram ki blessing to hai, but you have to work on that blessing. You have to work for yourself. And for me, money is what you should learn how to manage to make you feel empowered. Next slide, please. I hope I'm clear in my speech and you can hear me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, what is finance? Why the word finance in managing money? Finance is the activity of managing money. That's it. That is the simplest definition. Don't do a PhD on learning how to know what is finance. Finance, as a basic concept, is how you manage your money. Next. Next slide, please. What is money? Money is your worth. Money is your value. Yes, it is a paper value, but the paper value is worth an exchange anywhere in the world. And you will believe me that when you have money in your hand, the value remains the same whether you are using it in the house or in the market or giving it as a gift. Say, for example, you have a 100 rupee note. A 100 rupee note will be worth a 100 rupee note. So your money is your value, and I would encourage you all to put a value on yourself. Don't equate it completely to money, but yes, money is power, though it is a paper value. Gone are the days when we used to have an exchange of goods. The world has changed to paper money years, probably a century and about a century and a half ago. And now the exchange for value is money. So learn how to manage your money. Next slide. How do you earn money? How do you get money? How does money come into your hand? For a doctor, when you provide a service, you earn a money. Or when you have invested somewhere, you get an interest out of it. It is money coming to you. Somebody has given you a gift. Your parents have left you an inheritance. Somebody has written you a share in the will. You get money. Money is the only thing you get. And probably if you make a sale of some goods, you earn money. Next. As a doctor, we'll focus on money for the service provided. Everything else is common to everybody else. But for a working professional and especially for a doctor, The only exchange we get for our value is money. Next. Why should you value your money so much? You first learn how to take pride in the fact that to earn this kind of money, you have spent time on it, you have taken an education, you have sacrificed your personal life, and you have, as a doctor, especially a gynecologist, you have the stress of responsibility. After putting in all these, what you're getting in exchange is money. So don't you think you should value your money? Money, cash, it can be in the bank or in the hand, but money is your value. That is the way the world understands it. That is the way you should understand it. Next. So again, I'll reiterate, value yourself. Value what you earn. Yes, you may have earned degrees, you may have earned accolades, you may have earned positions, but they don't equate to money. You seriously, those 50s, 40s movies are a cliche when you'll say, ये मेरी डिग्री रख लो और मेरे को इसके ऊपर उधार दे दो. आजकल वो नहीं चलता है, वो खाली मूवी में चलता है. Nobody will be able to give you money for the degree you have on your wall. Only you can cash in on your degree, and what you cash in is money. And money is what you will give for what you want to get back. Next. That is your purchasing power. Let's have a look at this lovely purse. Dr. Varsha Baste, what is your first thought when you see this purse? Please note it down. We'll take your feedback at the end of the lecture. I'm sure it's a little bit of a stunning piece of leather which you would love to own. But what are your first thoughts when you see it? Just keep a mental note of it. Next. For me, it is just a purse. But for somebody, it is value. Somebody, it is it's a showpiece. Somebody, you are flaunting your wealth. So to buy that also, you need money. But for me, what I look at women with purse or purses is the only way they have learned how to handle money is put it in this bag, put it in that bag, put it in that bag. If they are very organized, they will have 4 or 5 different bags, one for the market, one for the club, one for the movies, one for gifts. Otherwise, everything you earn goes into one place, everything comes out from one place, and you really don't know what you have at the end of the day. Next. So the right way to value your money is value yourself. Start early. Equate yourself to your earning. Start it right. Have the right guidance. Be focused. Start it simple. Don't get into magazine, TV channels, and other media advertisements. Just keep it basic. What you understand. Somebody is talking in the middle. Can they mute themselves? Yeah. So start it simple. Start it as 1 + 1 is equal to 2 and 2 - 1 is equal to 1. And you start with dedication. With dedication, I mean right from the beginning of your career, that is right from the day you start earning your salary or you start earning your first income out of your clinic and practice, you learn how to handle it. That is the way that is the right way, and that is the way you should handle your money. Next. Next slide. So with the when you earn money, you know that you have to spend it also. The simplest way is going to be accounting. And what is an account? Account is what you earn, what you spend, and what you're left with at the end of it. It is a simple start with 2 columns, one left, one right, and one at the bottom, a small figure which says whether you earned or you lost. Of course, no lady doctor, in my knowledge, is going to lose money from her practice, provided she has learned how to spend it wisely. And it is going to be what you earn, what you spend. These are the 2 columns you have in your mind from the day you start working and the day you start earning your first penny or the first rupee. So I'm not a finance person. I think I put a disclaimer in my title itself. These are all practical things which I learned at the ground level, which are simple and which will hold you in good stead in the long run. You don't have to look for a degree in finance to be able to manage your finances. The next thing which always worries me is, why is it that the women doctors don't look into their finances at all? One of the reasons could be that the subject of commerce has been dropped in class 9. After class 9, your whole focus is on the sciences. You get a degree, a postgraduate degree, or a DNB or a PhD. You never get an opportunity to go back into the finance book or a commerce book to learn what is finance, but that is your basic requirement. It should be as inculcated into you as a habit, as I should say, taking a bath every day. You have to dip into your account every day to be wise to what you're earning and what you're losing and where you're spending it. So once you do your accounting, I just put up that chart. Please go to the previous slide. I just put up these 2 slides. Next. Yeah. No, next slide. Next. Yeah. So I just put up these 2 slide charts, or the charts and Excel sheets, which are becoming more and more complicated for some and more simplified. Many such charts are available on the net. To suit your requirement, you can pick up any chart and start working on it, but be consistent in it. Don't change the chart every day. You're going to get confused. Stick to one chart, learn how to use it. It's just like using an app. Everybody these days uses apps. So if you can use an app, if you can learn TikTok, if you can make a video on TV, I don't think it is difficult. You're so good in PowerPoint presentations, all the doctors. How difficult is it going to be to you to learn to maintain a chart? Plus, minus, that's it. So what I would like to drive home my point is, I earn, I manage. The reason I'm going to come to in the next few slides, it is my money, it is going to be my game. Remember this bull? This is our bull in front of the Bombay Stock Exchange. And the story behind it is that the bull is known to push up value, push up value, push up value in the stock market. Yes, just keep that in mind. Next. Now we have learned, I hope you understood, accounting is one part of finance. Accounting is what has come and what is going to go out and what is left with you as surplus. Budgeting is part of your accounting. Budgeting is knowing that has come in the Excel sheet, which I showed you. Budgeting is knowing under what heads you have to spend and under what heads your earning is going to be one straight earning, fees in 1st to 30th, 1st to 31st. Holidays minus, no fees. Sundays minus, no fees. That's all. Your chart is going to be simple on the left side, but on the right side is where the crux of the problem is and where everybody gets muddled because they forget to write down even small things like one Swiggy order in the morning and one in the evening. End of the day or the next day, you won't remember how many Swiggy orders you had, so you don't know where your money went. But if you keep an account sincerely, you will know that you are going to budget it from next month, at least from next month. You know where you're going to cut your expenditures to help you meet your achieve the end process of your budgeting and accounting. Now, the second step of finance is, how do you utilize money? So you have earned a lot of money, you're going to utilize it, and we can divide it broadly. For my understanding, I have divided it into 3. These are not finance talks. Finance guys will talk to you volumes on this subject, but this is the simple way of understanding it. We have mainly 3 columns: essentials, probables, and improbables. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Can you just come back to the previous slide? So this is the rule, which is a finance rule, which is flouted by any financial advisor. Any book shows it to you. I think even a 12th class person is made to understand this rule. It is a simple, basic thumb rule, 50, 30, 20. Whatever you earn, 50% you spend towards your need, 30% you spend towards your wants. Your wants are your luxuries, and 20% is savings. Out of this, I would lay a focus on savings, which I'll come to in the next few slides. 20% is sacrosanct. Savings is savings, and it is going to help you in the long run. So you be very wary of making sure that whatever you earn, out of that 20% is kept towards your savings. Next. What are your essential expenditures? It is your recurring daily expenditures, your monthly expenditure, your groceries, your rations, your gas, your petrol, your electricity bill, your maid's bill. All these things come under essential expenses, and nobody can avoid it. It's only how much you do and how much you can control. This is the only column where you can really budget yourself. And there are essential expenses which come annually, which most of us forget, especially in the beginning of our career, that these are also essential expenses, but they come in lump sum towards the end of the year. They don't come as monthly expenses. So we tend to miss out on budgeting for these expenses, which should be done in the first month itself. Your spreadsheet, you have the first, second, third month, and you know that you're going to pay this amount. You have to pay a tax. Some of us pay advance tax in 2 installments. Some of pay only 1 installment, but anybody who's earning money has to pay tax. Second thing is insurance. We have 2 types and 3 types of insurance. One is a life insurance. The other is a medical insurance. And I forgot to write the term over here. Indemnity insurance, which is most essential for us. The value of these insurances is up to you, how much you take, how much you can get out of your budget without hurting your essentials. But it is going to be mandatory for everybody to have these expenses. And the last one is the retirement plan. So try not to mix up the retirement expenses or savings with the 20%, which is budgeted, because that 20% is going to help you in many other ways. So you make an expense for your retirement. That means you save towards your retirement almost on a monthly basis. Next. So this is a monthly budget sheet. Let's skip this. Next. What are the probables? Why did I call education probable? The reason why I put it as probable is you're already educated. You have already achieved your degree. You have already started earning out of the degree you earned. But yes, higher education has become compulsory. Training into other faculties has become compulsory, and they cost a lot. So these are your probables. These you're going to do when you can afford it or when the necessity really arises. Plus, after your children's education also, children may also want to go in for higher education, which you may have to support through the years. So these are the probable expenditures. You have to budget them into your account. Your car, you may change it every year, 2 years, 3 years. For some, it is essential, whereas you don't take public transport anymore. So changing a car is becoming a probability. It's not buying a car.
Ma'am,
Holidays.
sound is not clear.
Is it? 1 second. Actually,
It's
there was.
we can
Now
hear
can
it.
you? Yeah.
It's very
Okay.
clear, Didi.
So the
Yeah,
next.
it's clear.
So
It's
why
okay.
did I put probability of a house and a farm? Probability means because in beginning of the career, you cannot think of these items or these purchases. It's only over the years when you have accumulated a certain budget, you think of these things. So this is a probable expenditure, especially for seniors who have achieved a certain number of years or a certain number of value in their profession. Last but not the least is charity. I did not fail to mention charity because doctors, you all are precious people in society. People look up to you in society. People come to you for help, and charitable institutions find the most easily accessible and malleable people in the medical profession. Don't disappoint them. Keep some money aside for charity. That will also make you feel good. It will also probably help in your spiritual advancement. Next. Next. No, previous slide, yes. So what are the improbables when you start in life? Your improbable is an investment in business. You're very lucky if your parents have supported you. So the budget goes to their budget. Out of your earning, you're not going to be investing in a business. The next, Bitcoins, I think all of you have heard of Bitcoins. It's become a bit of a fashion and it is a bit of a gamble. But yes, people are veering towards Bitcoins. So they might invest, they might want to spend on buying Bitcoins like they buy gold. And limited partnerships. You can become a partner in making educational videos, in a YouTube channel, in putting out advertisements. You become a limited business partner, but you have to invest in that. So these are your little bit of improbable expenses. But these kind of expenses are going to come up in the future and more so in the future. So you take a business like manufacturing OT dresses, you might just want to invest a little bit in that because that will give you some income on the side. Next. So now that we have done our income and expenditure and we have done a budget, this is the statement which your professional chartered accountant is going to bring up in front of you. What was your income? What was your expense? What was your profit at the end of the day? Aha. Yes, all doctors earn profit. I have not seen a medical professional who is shown an income tax return which is running in a loss unless he or she has turned into a business person. So next slide, please. So now we have finance. We have done our budgeting, we have done our expenditures, we have earned, we have spent, and we are left with a profit. This is where a financial consultant is going to come and help you because probably here the finance slope becomes a little slippery, it becomes a little complicated, and be prepared to reach that value very quickly in your profession and be prepared to take the help of a professional. This is where you'll need the help of a chartered accountant and a finance advisor. Chartered accountants don't generally advise you on finance. They just tell you how to pay your taxes and how much you have to pay. They may correct you once in a way to say that you're overspending over here or you're not maintaining your accounts properly. But the job of a finance consultant is going to be to help you to manage your profits. Next slide, please. Can you all see me on the screen?
Yes, we can see. We can see.
Okay. I'm sorry because I can't see myself, so I don't know what I'm doing.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm
So now that we have finance is a profit, and now we have to learn how to deal with that finance.
Ma'am,
Once
sound
it
is not coming properly.
Madam, only you can't hear. I think others are able to hear.
We can hear it. We can
We
hear
are
it.
hearing very, very
Good
properly.
sound, ma'am.
Something is wrong with
Yes,
your.
we can hear. Very,
sound.
very,
Very
very good
clear.
quality
Yeah.
sound is coming. Very good quality sound is coming, in fact.
Oh,
So
thank
what's
you.
the problem with
So,
you?
Veena,
Can you
And
please
it
check?
must be at your end.
Dr. Veena, change your position and
Maybe
let
some
me.
problem in your net, Veena Didi. Please check.
Yeah, I
can also hear. I can hear.
So,
Anil, please carry on, Dr.
Anil,
Anil.
please continue. Other,
Shall I continue? Yes.
Yeah.
So now,
Other
please
speakers
pay
are.
attention. Now we have come to the excess of money you have earned over your expenditure. You have been smart in your budget. You have not let your expenditures go out of your control. You have controlled your children also. So now you're left with a surplus, and that is what we call a profit. This is your money which you have earned, but remember, profit is what you have earned out of your hard work. So don't use it frivolously. There are ways and means of even managing your profit. And what most of us want to do is to earn money out of our profit also. Why should we just leave money lying in cupboards and in racks? We still want to earn some money out of it. And the government has given you a lot of opportunities to earn money out of the profit you have made. Two things you have to remember when you are investing your profits, that you still have to keep your control over it. So here is where your wisdom and a little bit of extra knowledge comes in. And I'm sure over the years, everybody would have learned a little bit about finance, hearing it from friends, hearing it from parents. You know, parents are bound to guide you. You do this. This is how you save money. This is how you don't save money. You would have learned a lot, but you have more than what you can handle. So this is where you allow a professional to come and advise you. You don't allow a professional to invest it for you. You allow a professional to come and advise you. And this is the point where all of you should learn a little bit about what are financial instruments. The most common instrument is the bank, and up to a certain point, everybody is very comfortable with the bank. Everybody knows banking. Everybody knows how to check their passbook. Everybody knows how to write a check. Everybody knows what are fixed deposits. There are many kinds of fixed deposit which give you different rates of interest. They are very safe. They are very secure. You put your money in a bank and sleep well. Okay, my profit is still earning some money and it is safe. It's not going anywhere because it's not with a company. It's with a bank. There was a time when there were many private banks which had given bad, bad nightmares to their depositors where they sank, badly managed. I think those days have changed. Most of the banks are now clubbed into nationalized banks, and the government is responsible for seeing that the banks are running well. That is one of the changes the new government has made. So be safe, be secure, be happy. Money in the bank is safe. Money in the bank is accessible. Money in the bank is retrievable. And what you earn, everybody else is earning. So you're not always looking at your neighbor. Oh my God, she's earning more and I'm earning less on my extra 1 lakh of rupees. So having learned about the bank from a very young age, now is the time when you start learning about shares, mutual funds, bonds, debentures, and the list is long. These are all called financial instruments or money instruments. So I'll just touch a bit briefly on each one of them. Shares are a share what you buy in a big company. You may want to buy a share in Tata's, you may want to buy a share in L&T, you may want to buy a share in Glaxo, or you may want to buy a share anywhere. It's your choice. You're happy with the company is doing well, they will give. And when the market is good, by and large, shares give you a better return than banks. The second is mutual funds, much promoted by the government because the government wants funds in mutual funds. They don't want to collect money directly into their treasury, but they have a hand into treasury is the bank of the government. It's the storehouse, money storehouse of the government is called a treasury. So mutual funds, but I think everybody who has seen a mutual fund advertisement or read an advertisement, read it in the paper, mutual funds are subject to market risks. So remember, mutual funds are also shares. The shares will go up when the company is doing well and shares will come down when the company goes down. Now, the moot question here is, it's the same company. I invested in Tata. Tata hasn't grown very big in the last 2 years. Why has the share gone up? These are manipulations of the market, and that is where you should remember the bull. It is the manipulation of the market where trading goes on in favorites. It's just like gambling. It's just like betting on a horse, and the shares move up and down. If you are wise in it, you make money. If you're foolish in it, you may lose a lot of money also. So mutual funds have to be studied. You should have the guts to tolerate an up and down in the market. You should not be spending sleepless nights. After all, you are earning money only on your profit. You're already earning a profit. You're trying to earn something extra. Why should you make yourself ill over earning that little bit of extra money by investing in an instrument which is going to give you sleepless nights? If you have the appetite, you do it. If you don't have the appetite, don't do it. Next is bonds. Bonds are similar instruments, but a little more safer than shares. There are a lot of bonds available with the government. Government bonds are supposed to be the safest and most secure next to the bank. And the government encourages you to invest money. But so every financial instrument has a flavor. Every financial instrument has a look and a flavor. So when you are going to indulge in big finance, you are going to be introduced to the various options and various properties of a financial instrument. It is a lot of work, and most of the busy doctors cannot do it. So they leave it to their financial advisors, which ultimately has got lots and lots of doctors into trouble. It's your money. If you don't know the financial instrument, if you don't study it, have not studied it, or you cannot understand it, do not invest in it. Keep your money in the bank. Next slide, please. Aha, real estate and doctors. The lure of real estate. Doctors are so vulnerable and so gullible where real estate is concerned. Buy a real estate if you really need it, if you're going to make a house on it, or if you're going to build a hospital on it. Don't buy a real estate just for the sake of buying it unless you have that much of surplus money. Strict control. Let me point out another thing. In the last few years, what you would have heard is called black money. Black money is your unaccounted money, which has not passed through the bank, which the government is not able to trace, and which is lying unheard of, untraceable somewhere by you. People used to store their black money in tires, in in the flush systems, in the attics, put it in gunny bags, put some sand over it, and that's how. But those days are gone. Practically all your money is traceable. Practically all your money is traceable. So don't make the mistake of getting into black money. Keep it white, keep it clean, keep it accessible, keep it usable. And if you have that kind of excess of money, then buy real estate. So let's move on to the next one. Art. Art is another, no, please, just the back, yeah. Art is another fascinating topic for really well-to-do doctors. They invest in art. There also you have to start small. Start with a small painting by a upcoming artist. Maybe after 25 years, the value goes up. But art has the biggest flaw of investment. Nobody likes to sell a piece of art which they've already bought. So consider it a dead investment. And antique jewelry. Next. I can see Dr. Mandakini's face in the thing all smiling. Huh? So I hope I have given you a little overview of money, budget, account, and what is finance. Let us move to the most important part of my talk. Why you? Some professionals are there. Yes, the world is full of professionals. So many finance advisors, banks, this, that, and the other. There are other people in the family who know finance better than you, but why you? You are earning, you have control over it. You will get the confidence if you handle your money. It's a pleasure to handle your money. Every morning you wake up with a smile. Oh, I earned this much money. Great. It is a motivation. If you have earned 100 rupees today, you would want to earn another 100 extra tomorrow. So this is also what motivates you. Only a promotion in a government organization is not a motivating factor. Money is a motivating factor, and everybody should really enjoy the money they earn. Next is, it teaches you how to plan. As I have gone through all the investment options with you, that is going to be your financial planning. And imagine if you are, by that time you have this much money, you have become so well versed in your finances that you can easily take a decision. I want the land. No, I want a Land Rover. I want this art. No, I don't want this art, but I want something else. So that is your decision. And why did I get into it? Why me? Same question you should ask. Why should I do my finances? That's not my subject. No, it is your subject. Your earning is your subject. You should learn how to control it because you earn it. You learn from it. You learn how to spend it. You learn how to save it. And you know where your money is going. It's not going to be a story that after 5 years, you wake up one morning and said, oh my God, I was working my whole life. Where's all my money gone? Yes, You don't know where your money is gone because you never took care of it. Next slide, please. Having talked about the individual, I cannot wrap up this talk by not talking about partnership. And the pointer here is a partnership is the family, your husband, your spouse. I don't think there are many families now where there are not two working people, both the parents are working. You are a professional yourself, behave like a professional. Gone are the days when the woman would come into the house and say, it's his responsibility to feed me. No, he is probably as qualified as you, earning as much as you. You are earning, you have to share your responsibility. Be fair, be equitable, and be generous in your partnership with your partner, whoever it may be, your parent, your spouse, your sibling, or a business partner. Be fair, divide your responsibilities, and stick to it. There should be no, I did better. Be proportionate. If you are earning much more than what he is earning, be proportionate, be generous, give out more. If you are earning less than that, talk to your spouse and say, I'm earning less. So I'm going to contribute less, but that is part of my responsibility. I am sharing the responsibility. And a shared responsibility comes into your daily expenses, into your household expenses. 100% that should be a shared responsibility. Next, I come to share your future. Your spouse is going to be there 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. You're going to retire together. You're going into the sunset together. Plan for his future and plan for your future. Your future planning should be together. So that's why my focus was on saving for retirement. You're earning more, you save more towards your retirement. You're earning less, you save less. But your retirement fund is a combined fund and it is going to be shared till you say goodbye one to the other. Third very important point which I want to highlight before I wrap up my talk is personalize your profits. Your profit, you have learned how to account it, you have done your responsibilities, you have planned for the future for so many things. Now the last bit of it is your very, very personal income. Keep it personal. That you should not be answerable to anybody. Nobody should be able to question you. Again, I'm emphasizing this point because I know families where constantly they are at war. If she says, I want to buy a diamond necklace, why not? Or I want to buy a Louis Vuitton bag, let's go back to the bag. And there will be so much of opposition. But no, it was your profit. You want to spend it. You want to indulge yourself. You don't want to indulge yourself. That is personal. You don't owe anybody any explanation. Next slide, please. So money is honey. Money is honey. Money is gold. Money is golden. Money is lovely when you taste it, very tasty. But when you spill honey, what happens? You really can't pick up the last drop and it leaves your hand sticky and it leaves everything around it sticky. So money has to be handled with care, with love, in small, small bits. Don't overdose yourself. Take these lessons, learn them little by little, and learn how to handle your money. Next slide. Next slide. So my talk was only a confidence building activity. Again, I reiterate, this is my social responsibility to my gender. I don't, you will be surprised to know that the youngsters who are working in government offices or IT officers are so well tuned to their finances and their possessiveness about what they earn. It's only us women doctors who have handed over the responsibility to other people around us just for a mental block that we can't do finance. You are doing IVF, you're picking up ovum, you are doing laparoscopic surgery, you're doing endometriosis, you're doing cataracts, you're doing lens replacements. Why can't you just learn how to do finance? I could do it, and so can you. Thank you, everybody. I enjoyed giving this talk.
Thank you, Dr. Anil. In a very simplified way, you have told us about budgeting and then making profit and then investing the money. Really, it was very nice to hear about the finance part, and I think everybody liked it. And over to the chairpersons for your expert remarks.
Yes. Congratulations, Anil ma'am, for a very simplified version of a very difficult topic for we doctors, we lady, women doctors, the finance. And you have given a very nice panoramic view of what is the importance of money. Yes, money is independence. And money, our teachers call them. One of my teacher told me that it is vitamin M. So whenever you get vitamin M, then definitely you are going to enrich yourself. So always keep this vitamin M with us, and how to spend it. You have nicely explained. They divide them into real necessities where you want to invest for future, for charity. And when we divide this earn money in different groups, then expenditure becomes easy. Easily आप classify कर सकते हैं. You can classify that yes, this money I can spend on my sarees, on my diamond.
Only
Like this.
sarees you could think
Yes.
of.
It's very important. We should not get stressed.
Pamper yourself.
So when division occurs in different groups, so it will not give you stress. You can easily spend. And of course, as someone has told that don't keep all the eggs in one basket. So don't invest in one. You can take mutual funds. You can go for some shares, bonds, gold, and of course, our weakness is that is the this
jewelry.
रियल एस्टेट जो हमें बहुत पसंद है रियल एस्टेट सो ऑलवेज keep investment in different small amount in different funds and others. And after this talk of yours, Anil ma'am, the women doctors are a lot motivated, and then definitely I think they will start looking at their finances.
Can I say something?
Yes, madam.
Yes,
Thank you,
Mandakini.
Anil madam. Thank you, Anil madam. It was such a wonderful talk. But
minute,
one thing,
One
one
minute,
thing I would like to mention, that we have to keep some money every month basis or annual basis for the unwanted medical emergencies. Nowadays, we are having in young generation only, like carcinoma that comes suddenly one day, you know that you are having carcinoma, brain hemorrhages, cardiac problems, and lot of money we have to spend in corporate hospitals. We have just seen a case in our city only, a very young girl. She was having some problem and she was in need of money, and they were asking for the donation from the other doctors. I felt pity for that girl, and I said, I will motivate each and every junior, please take a medical insurance first before taking any other insurances, SIPs, bonds to multiply the money. But we have to keep the money for our medical
Good point.
emergency.
Yes.
In any way they can come to you, any day they can come to you, and at
Shashibala,
any age they can come to
Shashibala,
you.
Shashibala.
So,
Yes,
Now
madam. Yes, madam.
We have
बोलिए.
a third speaker is waiting since long. She's not well also. Please, we can.
Okay.
Can we discuss after a talk? And
Sure.
one thing,
Really, it was very nice, Dr. Anil. In
Anil,
a
I
very
want to say
simple way, you
something.
explain each and every
Yes.
aspect. And the
Let's.
last but not the least was very nice to just keep something for your retirement plan and for your future. It's very
Thank
necessary
you.
for each and everyone.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, Dr.
I have
Anil.
a last word. I have a last word for you. We are having the empowering women wing of our AMWI, which includes the finance. So I like to give you an open offer in front of everybody to become the part of the wing where empowering women through financial education. So I request Shashibala, you request also to Anil to become a member and become the member of empowering
Yes, she'll
women.
be a financial advisor.
Empowering women financial wing we have. So
Yes.
Anil, it's my open offer. Please, it was wonderful. And now we have to go further.
Yes,
Yeah,
let's
thank-
move on to the last session.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Mandakini. Thank you. Over to the next speaker.
You simplified it. Thank you, Dr. Anil. Yes, now for the chairpersons for the third session, can I have the series? Dr. Dave is our speaker. Can I have the series of the chairpersons?
I don't know. I will be having the first slide also.
Yeah. No, Dr. Rosa Oliai.
Share my presentation here.
Yes, madam. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Let me introduce your chairpersons. Dr. Rosa Oliai, you all know, she has been VP Foxy and she is a She's the director of AMWI Hospital in Gwalior.
Yes,
And
short.
next chairperson is Dr. Can I have a CV? Dr. Usha Banga, as I said, Director Prayas Children Hospital, Consultant Asta Clinic. She's a pediatrician and adolescent health consultant, very much interested in genetics. So she is your chairperson for the genetics talk. Welcome, Dr. Banga. And Dr. Shraddha Goswami is a third chairperson. She's MBBS MD anesthesia. She works in District Hospital Gwalior and she comes to see a lot of these kind of children in the post of class 1 anesthetist. Welcome, Dr. Shraddha. And please, Dr. Rosa, Dr. Banga, or anyone can introduce Madam Dave. Madam Banga can introduce Dr. Dave.
Her topic is
cytogenetics.
No, her topic is newborn screening. Because it was
as a newborn screening, so that is a nice topic. Madam, newborn screening. Yes, Dr. Banga, can you introduce our Dr. Usha Dave, ma'am?
It's all right. It will be there. I don't think we have to waste so much of time.
Okay, ma'am. She's president.
We are late. Yeah, I'll have it in my presentation also.
Sorry, Usha. I kept you waiting.
No, madam, but your
and let me introduce
designation is
true. Let me introduce. She is a academician, far excellent and genetic, because I took her on my committee of PCP&DT Act and as a geneticist since last 30 years. And she is on that committee doing excellent work. And apart from that, she is a very good genetic, person. And she is the president of, you have just seen it, the president of COMAD, which is a common Wealth Association of, health and disability. So, Usha, we are very...
Yeah. I'll just share my slide is open. Something.
Amit, Usha Dave madam la slide share kara. You can share the slide, no?
Sure. She can share it, ma'am.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. This is my presentation. Is it, should I open it?
Make it full. Yes, please enlarge it. Dr. Usha, please enlarge it.
Is it okay now?
It's better, yeah. Thank
you. See it? Can you see it?
Okay. Yes, it's clear.
Can you hear my voice?
Yes, perfectly well, Dr. Usha. Please carry on.
Okay. So as Dr. Madam was saying, the Lifetime Achievement Award for this path. And I'm basically a medical geneticist and neuroscientist. I had spent my 20 years in establishing NGO for the mental retardation. And as an academic and PG research guide, I'm there currently also on various scientific organizations. So my topic was a newborn screening, as Dr. Meg Madam had given me. And at the outset, let me thank her for taking me on the genetic wing. We have been associated since our NGO days, I think more than 20, 30 years almost we know each other. And it is in front of all stalwarts from Gwalior. I congratulate you, all of you, and all best wishes for your new chapter. And any help that you need it, I'm always there for you. So newborn screening I select because it's a majority are obstet-gynec, and of course the AMWI is for all the medical profession women, right? They could be radiologists, there are orthopedic surgeons, there are ophthalmologists, and we as a medical geneticists, etc., pediatrician, neonatologist. So I thought of, rather than going into the cytogenetics, newborn screening. And I think it is the empowering women. Every woman should know what is newborn screening. It's not that the doctors or the pediatrician or a neonatal. This is the right of every woman, which I feel. And it is for the prevention of birth defects, and which is our very, very major national problem as such. So I'll just flash over in what is newborn screening, just, give you the ideas about what is going on in India, current approach, what are the technologies is used, and why is it globally also is almost used. Everywhere it is a mandatory thing to use to prevent the birth defects. Okay, and case scenarios I may give. Now, it's not a new thing. Why we are thinking still it's a newborn screening and not in India? It is way back in 60s and 70s. Already all over the world, USA and all, it has been adopted as the newborn screening test. which is known also as a Guthrie card test sometimes, because Dr. Robert Guthrie was the one who introduced it. And it is on the simple filter paper card. Later on it came, it also expanded in different regions of USA just to pick up the PKU. PKU is a phenylketonuria, which is the metabolic disorder, which if you detect very, very early, soon after the birth, then you can prevent it by the metabolic manipulation or the diet. Okay. So the principle behind is this. And many researchers later on just increase the number of disorders, how you can prevent it. So the newborn screening, if you see what are they, newborn screening disorders, these are majority are inborn errors of metabolism. They are rare group of genetic disorders, and but they can produce serious clinical consequences in an affected neonate, young infant, or a children. And if undiagnosed or untreated, then they can cause irreversible mental retardation or disability, physical disability, neurological damage, or even fatality as such. So the newborn screening is generally, when it was the Sir Garrod, it is 100 years back, more than 100, 1902, the term was introduced. And that was the term introduced for the single gene, what we call, or single defect. So the gene and the defect were correlated, saying that this disorder causes because of the defect in this gene. So this was way back, more than 100 years known. And then what are they? So they are everywhere. If you see single spot is the metabolic defect. So any enzyme is not there, cofactor is not there in number of our lipid, urea cycle, fatty acid, or even if you say there are the proteins, etc. So every IEM is occurs in every step of metabolic pathway. So without going into the details of it, just I want to say that newborn screening is performed for number of amino acid, carbohydrate, and all disorders, which can be prevented in pre-symptomatic stage. So soon after birth, you can prevent it if you test it within after 48 hours of it. So the important thing is that you have to asymptomatically pick up. Okay. So now in the 70s and 67, there were a number of disorders added: congenital hypothyroidism, galactosemia, biotinidase. These are the most common. Now newborn screening are done, and the list went on again more and more. Okay. So then the criteria came, like which disorder should be selected for the newborn screening. Okay. So then all over the world, people, still the India was far behind. Remember, during this 80s and 70s and all. So there were the people who came out with the criteria that it should be an important health problem. You can just identify it very early, symptomatic symptoms should be the disease should be understood very properly, adequately. There should be accepted treatment as such, or there should be a suitable test available. That test should not be also very expensive. It should be acceptable by the population, economically balanced, etc., etc. And it is not a once and for all project. So this is a newborn screening is a program. It's not one test. After identification also, you have to take care of the baby by giving the family counseling, by giving the treatment, management, and other your guidance and counseling. Okay. So if we just see, there are many discoveries of the thing came, and the discovery because of the mainly it is the advancement in technology. Okay. So without going into that, what I would like to show is why newborn screening. Do you think it is effective? Yes. The health economic studies have been shown and proved that it is a cost effectiveness of the newborn screening. So here are the two girls who had soon after the birth, they were screened for newborn screening. They were asymptomatic, but the further guidance, diet, and management was done, while the other child was not screened and further went to express the disease. So they had shown that already any diseased child, taking care of that with the mortality and morbidity, how expensive it is, and a simple test if you do. So every woman should know that these are the tests which are there, and newborn screening is a population screening. So for example, just to simplify you, this is a population, there will be normal and abnormal tests coming. There could be sometimes the false positive, sometimes maybe false negative also there. But then all these things, the false negative is never accepted. Okay. In case it's false positive, you can repeat it and say negative, but not a single affected child should go from your thing. So committees are also there. American College of Medical Genetics, they had also said that in the obstetric care or any other, also the medical thing, there should be the available material, information, brochure, etc. for the patients. Okay, so this is the thing which is highlighted here. So they have also recommended and endorsed newborn screening as a policy. Now, all over the world, sometimes USA, Australia, Japan, developed and also European, they have taken up as a mandatory policy in their thing. We started as a ICMR study. I was there as a technical expertise of it way back in 2008. And that was the time we came out that what is the incidence? Because to start a newborn screening, you should know that which are the common disorder, rare disorders, and which you can prevent it. Okay. So that was the time when congenital hypothyroidism 1 in 900 and CAH as a 1 in 2000 came out of it. Though the world has less, 1 in 5,000, 1 in 25,000. So India has much more higher, but still nothing was done till then. And that was also for 2 disorders. Later on, then National Neonatology Forum and IEP, the guidelines came, we had advocated also. And finally, it was recommended that low resource setting also you can have the CA, G6PD as 3 disorders, or it can be expanded. Those who can afford also, they can go for the molecular mass spectrometry, etc. There are some states like Goa and Kerala who started newborn screening. Sometimes they had done it on the basics disorders and sometimes for the hearing impairment also. So there is a protocol as such. If somebody wants to know that you have to collect the sample in 36 hours to 72 hours, process it, then whether it's a positive or negative, the based on the mass spectrometry or ELISA. If it's a negative, is okay. If it's a positive, you have to confirm by the confirmatory test. If it is a positive confirmatory, then you counsel it. Again, you do the management. The follow-up of the baby is done by the people. And now is the DNA era or the genomic era. So every disorder can be with the mutation tested. Okay. So there are certain disorders which are biochemical, hematological. You may be knowing that sickle cell and other hemoglobinopathies are very higher incidence in our country. G6PD, CF, these are the common disorders which are used for the newborn screening panel. So those who cannot afford, they can do this as a 4-5 as the common disorders. I was fortunate enough to be there, get trained also in Professor Matsumoto, who is a pioneer in newborn screening and Japanese technology. And that's how this is a Meena Desai. The Wadia people may be knowing it as a pediatrician. She had given her the award for her technological support. And we have since then the technology support for the mass spectrometry analysis of metabolic disorders. But majority of the time when we had done in India, this was for the high risk patients, this was done. And still, despite telling and propagating or advocating, the newborn screening is just in this last 5 years to 10 years, you can say it is just coming up. Okay. These are the heavy equipments. If you see the course of it, the maintenance, the expertise you need to have this for the confirmatory diagnosis you do by GCMS, or the screening, which are in 3 minutes or 4 minutes, the test will come out. So for which there are the different equipments like the tandem mass and the confirmation. But one has to be a metabolic expert to confirm, give the advice, have the interaction with the clinician also, okay, how the baby is doing, etc. Okay. So screening and diagnosis, I was telling you, it is there way back in 80s and 90s in all over the world and all. India, it started by 2010, etc. And we at our R&D lab, we have a technology skill, collaboration. So earlier there was 110 disorders in a single test, which we have increased to 140 plus disorder in one single sample of urine, which you can identify on 3rd day of the life of the baby. So this is the advanced technology, means the non-invasive thing, and the MS world wide is used for the dried blood spot. You can have about 46 disorder, or you can have from the urinary thing as a 140 disorder is based on you. The cost effectiveness also, you have to see the patients coming from low income. But I do not think the income as such should be deciding the newborn screening. Every child has the birthright to go for the newborn screening. It has been already done as a mandatory in majority of the countries, and they have taken it in their health policy. It is we women who have to go further and advocate, yes, my baby should be tested. So India, we are still doing the high risk baby screening, and in few states only that. Now, for example, just I'm giving here two cases. This was a baby who is now 12, 13 years, almost 14 years boy, but he was now in the NICU admitted, very serious, sick with metabolic acidosis and the crisis, which was saved because of the propionic acidemia, which we detected. Okay, and the periodic monitoring we do of the metabolites which are there, they are increasing or decreasing. Based on that, the therapy is given to him as a, whether it's for respiratory distress or whether in the carnitine, sodium benzoate, B12, etc. And it is seen that his IQ is also periodically checked. In otherwise, similar baby could have died, which we have plenty of things, and the second baby saved. Now he is 12 to 13 years old boy. And in this case, what I want to pursue is similarly, the newborn screening is not there. Now, these children could have picked up in newborn screening, right? Now, this was the baby who died in 3 years, but the mother said that when this baby became serious at the neonate, this is more than 20 years we are following this baby. And this was the baby who, the neonate, when we diagnosed as methylmalonic acidemia, which is the metabolic disorder. Now he is almost, finance student. He knows in the Google boy what is the pathogenic, what is the gene mutation, or what is the defect in me, and how it can be transmitted to other. But he is very well on the therapy, vitamin B12, high carnitine, he has been checked. His mother is so good that she doesn't give him a very high, or if he's going for a party and had pizza, she will quickly increase his sodium benzoate dose as such. But there is always an improvement. He is a finance student. There is no mental retardation as such, which can happen because of this. So it is a prevention of all these disabilities. If you just screen these babies, all babies, at the right time, asymptomatically, then you can prevent it. Okay, so that is my main thing which I wanted to tell you. Indian scenario, as I told you, there is not just one laboratory test, and it is a healthcare program with holistic approach has to be used. Current practice is the NBS methods are used only for high-risk babies in India, and screening and confirmation is the international protocol, which if you are doing any newborn screening, you have to use and follow those things. And therapy, management, and counseling with patients and also with the doctor. So the birth defects, maybe dysmorphism, maybe developmental delay, intellectual disability, anything, these are all, if you see, they are all congenital metabolic disorders. And with the genomics coming on the horizon of medicine, newborn screening approach is the prerequisite, if you see. Now, and you can definitely save these babies if you just detect it at the right time. We have seen it here, the babies who come with the ambiguous genitala, or lysosomal storage disorder with the hepatosplenomegaly, or 3-generation family. It's the grandfather who comes and says, I have also dama, I am also breathless, and all this, my grandson is also like that, So this is still, we are going through the scenarios. And what I wanted to say over here is, over more than 20 years of our this high risk screening, we have come out with the 13 to 14 metabolic disorders, which are very, very high and prevalent in our country, in our population. Because as such, we do not have a genetic epidemiology in India. We have never done the population screening, and we have found out that which disorders are more common. We are blindly just following the Western data. So this was probably the first time we are giving it that these are the most common metabolic disorders which are preventable. There is a technology available, and you can use it as a newborn screening disorder. So the goal is mainly to identify the children at increased risk of selected metabolic or genetic conditions which are preventable, which is already adopted in many countries worldwide, and it is already a preventive public health screening program. So why NBS is mandatory in most of the public health policy is because to reduce the morbidity and mortality, and early asymptomatic detection allows the early therapy and management, prevention of the disability. And in genomic era, genetic diagnosis and counseling is possible at very, very early stage. and prevention through prenatal genetic testing. So in case there is anything there in the baby, index case, we found out, suppose in case, then there is for the future pregnancy, all the facilities are there. You can identify which mutation is there, defect is there. You can do chorion villa biopsy or amniocentesis. And next pregnancy, you can nicely monitor and give a birth to a healthy baby. And finally, that's reduces our national health burden also. So the scenario now, just I wanted to end up is the clinician generally do not know much because the technologies are new. And these technologies, whether they are LCMS, GCMS, or which to follow, though there is a universal protocol is there. At times, clinicians also discreet, cost affordability. But we come to know the patient who said, oh, if we could have known that this is the thing and all, we could have done the test, So this is very, very important in the communication with the patient. And at times, the clinicians do not have that much of time. And that's why a new professional like the genetic counselors are coming up. They are in between the bridge between the clinicians and the laboratory side people, or those who are affected. Okay. And as I told you, the trained person of the expert laboratory scientist, metabolic specialist, with they are required for the accurate interpretation of results. And it is really a challenges in our Indian population with our high consanguinity, endogamous marriage, racial, ethnic. So this is our genetic pool is different, in not like the Western or the European, where we have here cultural practices, norms different. If you see the family coming, they will have their whole parents around them or the grandparents around them for the counseling. The decision is not taken by a mother. Okay, the decision is not taken by that father. So these are certain things, the barriers are there. And every sixth child, if you see, is a Indian one with a population rate of 27 millions. But in the end, I would like to say, though they are all not treatable, they are not, you cannot cure them as such, but they are treatable and majority are preventable. So future of newborn screening is, yes, now that the next generation sequencing and the mapping of whole genome is there, complete, and new technology is there. The newborn screening with the next generation technology also has come. The NIH has given the funding, the research project, and now newborn screening by whole genome sequencing might come. There are more and more disorders and the conditions added, like hearing loss is there. Congenital heart disease, very common. So quickly they have taken up the US and all, let's do the congenital heart screening also, disease screening for every newborn. So this is not a mandatory still public health policy in India, and we should all work for it. And that is the last thing which I would like to say, that it is the need of today, and we should be empowering women as a medical women, for the newborn screening as is their right. Thank you so much. And I have come out with this book, which I feel that as a pursuance of my academic passion. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Usha. I think the book I was about to ask you if you have any book, and this is here, you display it.
Yes.
I'm sure it will be available on Amazon or...
Yeah, no, I have some students' copies which are very at the discounted rate. Amazon, you will be having it more than 4,000, 3,000. But for the student and for the webinars and CMEs, I have got. So if you just write on that mail, that an address, you will be given.
Fantastic. I think this is a need of the hour, as you said, and I'm so happy, Dr. Mandakini, you've selected her to speak, because now what's happening is we see a lot of IVF pregnancies with ladies with
Stop
above
sharing.
35.
Stop sharing so that we can see. Stop sharing, please.
Yeah, it's
so that we can see.
Hello. Yeah. So what is happening is that, we come across a lot of women, who develop, they give birth at a later stage. And this is what you said, because PCOD, polycystic ovarian syndrome, the basis of it, if we can catch it as they are born with investigations, a lot of things are going to be cured. So this is something which I'm happy that was brought up here to be highlighted, and counseling of the gynecologist with the patient when they are pregnant at 7-month pregnancy onwards, Dr. Usha, I think makes a lot of difference.
right.
because we can make them ready for the, the genomic, the person who's going to be doing the counseling later on in life. And I think genetics and DNA is coming up in a big way. I know Dr. Sanjay Gupta in Pune, in his setup, Dr. Mandakini, he started doing genetics, and he did give a lecture similarly in one of the AICOGs. So wonderful talk. And again, congratulations, Dr. Mandakini, Dr. Usha, and the team here that you've come to Gwalior and enlighten us to this. I think Dr. Usha,
You can plan any time, one day or half day, whatever is there, and we can come. I have my good also colleagues over here. Who can
we are planning a physical visit after some program. Let them show their activities. Then definitely we are planning to go. Gwalior, and there are direct flights. As Shashiwala told us that directly
to us, to Mumbai.
Gwalior. Okay.
First, let us start. I told her, let us start first. See, starting is important. Otherwise, physical meeting, it will get postponed to the next year. So, I think, Usha, thank you very much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, Dr. May.
And I acknowledge the presence of Manjeet also, who is also a geneticist. Then Lakshmi, Dhanalakshmi, she is also secretary. They are all, geneticists on par. So I am having this genetics wing. In the AMWI, we have genetic wing, we have ophthalmology wing, we have anesthesia wing, so that the activities of that particular subject can be taken. Right now, what happens? Everybody is mixed. Nobody knows what is to be done. The other pathy, gynec people know what they have to do, but other pathy, they feel what level, where should they put their academic activity. So I have already started making wings, and Shashiwala, it is a request that your anesthetist and other people, you make a list of according to their specialty also, and fill the form tomorrow. Send the checks to the headquarters and become a member is my my carry home message, and immediately start the activities. And
Madam, I would like to invite Dr. Banga also. She is a pediatrician from Gwalior, very reputed. Banga Didi, do you have to say anything about genetics in Gwalior?
No, you can 1 minute. We can have one line for all the experts, because so many experts are.
Yes, she's expert.
So I really want you to, anybody of you, please express your in short, so that we can, wind up.
Okay, I am very delighted to attend this meeting, and I would like to tell that I was the recipient of Countess of Dufferin scholarship. I have received.
Wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
Yes.
You must give your name for the award. You give the name for the award.
Yes, I will give her name for that award.
And the topic of the genetics, like newborn screening, is very close to my heart. And I had given one lecture in AMWI meeting of this topic. I would like to just add one more point. Like in newborn screening, when baby is first 3 days with gynae people, so make it a habit of taking SpO2 on 4 limbs. We can detect CSD earlier, and rest all we have discussed. And I think we must force government. Hello.
Yes.
Go on. We must force government to make at least hypothyroid screening mandatory, and other things also like G6PD. Hypothyroid is on at most priority. I still have congenital hypothyroid children. At the age of, you would be surprised, the 14 years of age. The child, girl was brought for amenorrhea.
Right.
And she was hypothyroid. It was so easily curable thing. And rest all, I think Dr. Usha has discussed very nicely, and all gynae people should be aware of newborn screening. Let us start, because now our infant mortality has come down. This is high time to introduce this newborn screening.
You must join our organization, join AMWI, and be a part of the genetic wing. So, Shashibala?
Yes, ma'am. She's very talented, multi-talented.
We want all, you all Gwalior people are talented only.
I got the cream for you, madam, here. Dr. Shraddha, how many
Dhanalakshmi,
patients is seen?
Dhanalakshmi, 1 minute.
Yes,
Sachivala.
madam.
Dhanalakshmi is another good geneticist, COMAT secretary. Please say a few things, Dhanalakshmi.
Good evening, everyone. I am so honored to join this wonderful group because of Dr. Mandakini, Meg, and Away, who have just introduced me. Ma'am, I'll fill my form tomorrow itself, and I'll send.
Yeah.
And
You will get Jaldi 5 award. Jaldi 5.
sure. Then I'll have to do it right away from my lab. I'm so happy that genetics has been, playing a central role here today. You all have understood how important, significant role it has now across all disorders, and especially with respect to genetics. And I think it's not only it's genetics is so vast that one needs to understand simple basic things so that they can get that into the practice and do the best for this our patients. So I think that is very essential, along with genetic counseling. Precise genetic counseling becomes very important because we know in our clinics everyone is pretty busy. We want to look at the next patient and the next patient and the next patient, but what is very utmost important is to give that simple little time to the patient. So encouraging genetic counseling in your clinics is also very essential. That's just a small thing that I wanted to say.
Thank you, Dhanalakshmi, and you are member and you are making all Goa. We recently were at Goa for that conference, and many of the pediatrician HODs of Goa Medical College, they expressed their desire to become the member. So I give you this responsibility to please make all of them member.
Sure, ma'am. Yes, definitely.
Dr. Yamini Arshi is here, who was just my previous president of AMWI. Yamini, say a few words about our program in chapters. Yamini, muted, you are muted.
Hello, I must congratulate the Gwalior chapter and also congratulate Mandakini especially because she is so active and she is opening so to all women doctors and different branches, and today's topics were excellent. I must so let us start with newborn screening also at the part of, as we think of all the things, cervical cancer and screening, but now newborn screening also is a very important topic and it was very active. And I must congratulate Dr. Bhosle, Shashibala Bhosle. I think I am first time I'm meeting you on screen.
Thank you,
I would
madam.
like to see you. I would like to see you in person sometime.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
Yes.
I'll come very soon there.
All the best.
Thank you, Yamini. Thank you. Now, who is remaining to talk?
Madam, Dr. Shraddha Goswami is our chairperson.
And Dr.
Shraddha, would you like to say a few words?
Hey, Manpreet Kaur.
Yes. Manpreet is there, yes.
Yeah, Manpreet will say. She's waiting since long, smiling also.
Good evening. Many congratulations to everyone. It was a wonderful platform and enjoyed the talk, both the talks. Dr. Anil, the opening batsman, really wonderful talk. Enjoyed. And all the best, Dr. Pam.
Thank you. Thank you, Manpreet. You are there from the beginning and you are always there for us. Thank you.
कोण नाही बोलले जरा जे बोलले नाही त्यांना बोलायला
मैडम श्रद्धा बोलो कुछ.
श्रद्धा
ने कैश भेजा है मैडम इसने. सबसे बड़ी गलती करी है फाइनेंस.
अनिल कौर को पूछो कैश नहीं चलेगी. टेक हर
नहीं चलेगा. एक्चुअली मैम कैश नहीं चलेगा तो दोबारा भेजना पड़ेगा क्या मैम?
Yes,
I have to.
नहीं गवर्नमेंट से इंक्वायरी आएगा इतना कैश कहाँ से आया.
Not too much, ma'am. Just good evening. Thank you, ma'am. But just I want to say only one thing, that you have said that every faculty and every branches, it should be separated. That is a very good beginning. I want that means different specialty, it should be separated, that so that we can very well and actively involved in our each faculty.
I just want to comment on that. When I went to Ujjain, I met the heart surgeon.
Okay.
Then I met ophthalmologist. Then I met anesthetic. They said, madam, we are under one umbrella, very good, no problem. But what happens, what workshop and geneticists are asking, what should we do? So then I started making the wing, genetic wing, anesthesiology wing of AMWI.
That is a very, yes.
Shashibala, you give the chance to anesthetics department, one workshop,
Yes, ma'am.
clearly. Then later on to the ophthalmology, refractory errors. You can take a lot of camps also. You know, there are so many, so everybody will come and everybody will attend their camps also. So what happens? It is a wonderful opportunity.
Madam, can I interrupt you here? Mandakini, madam, can I interrupt you here? Actually, the whole ethos of the organization is to keep women doctors together. Again, if you segregate them into separate departments, that cohesiveness will go away.
No, it is what happens is this is just for the taking the technical and
platform feedback for the feedback. Yes, segregating.
By rotation, they will take their individual CME. Just now, only gynecologists are taking the program.
Yes.
Let's suppose they say refractory error का camp करना है मैडम, तो gynecologist say okay हमको नहीं करना है. See, that happens. That is empowering them to do the CME. Nothing separate is not there. It is not in. It is like our committee, FOXY committees.
Yeah.
You know, endocrinology committee. They work for endocrine. That kind of thing. It is under one roof.
On division, they are dividing so that they can each one can be focused. Yes.
Yes.
Anil, your thought is, I also thought that the same way, but just now they are not actually doing any work. They are just doing, helping and, helping the gynecologist in the same workshop. Just now they
Madam, I'm going to include the mental health people also from the government Manasik Arogya Shala. So that input is also.
Women
very important, Dr.
Women
Shashi.
in medicine and administration, many are deputy director, joint director, they are all women. You take them also with you. I am taking Sadhna Tade, who is a director. So you take all the women on a different platform under AMWI. That's all.
Yes.
Madam, there one doctor, Miss Smriti is there. She's not a doctor, but she's working with the mentally disabled. Smriti was here all the time. Is Smriti here? Anil, can you see Smriti?
I'll have to check.
Because she was interested and she's looking after all these autism children. So,
is she the occupational therapy OT?
Yeah. She's in Mumbai only. Yes. She's into that, and she's doing. She's taking classes for these children. So she was interested. I especially invited her for your talk, madam. So she was here all the time. I don't know if she's left.
Let me call her and see if she's still there.
Yes, because she wanted some queries.
That can be decided by the AMWI. Isn't it the bylaws? Is it the medical profession dealing with patients? If it is just dealing with patients.
Hello, Smriti?
No, not dealing with only doctors.
Hello.
They may be MBBS.
Are you still there? They wanted to talk to you. Pam wanted to talk to you.
Or any PhD degree.
Yes.
It is written there. So we cannot take.
Pam Smriti is just joining back again. She's coming. Yeah.
In the meantime, I'd like to give a very good news that we are 175 on the YouTube and we were 45 faculties and so overall it is a 215 people today.
Thanks.
Great inauguration, Dr. Pam. Great inauguration. 3 cheers to your networking efforts.
All thanks to madam. She motivated me so much.
मंदाकिनी मैडम को तो मैं बहुत सालों से देख रही हूँ, वो कुछ भी करके तुम्हारे को मोटिवेट कर ही लेते हैं.
And Walvekar madam made it. Madam, you were a chief guest, so it was really.
May I say something?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You know something? What happened was.
You are having the last word.
Okay, I'm having the last word. It was very nice to know that there were 2 non-OBGYN subjects for a change in AMWI meet, because we always had those and associated situations. That was very nice, and I think Mandakini deserves a lot of congratulations for that. And my last word: me, no pause. So should be the women.
Yes. Actually, menopause is hyped. It is andropause which is causing problem to the menopause.
Therefore, men oppose. If the andropause is causing a problem, men oppose. Both those.
Ma'am, I think Ma'am Smriti has joined, I think. Ask her
Yes.
to say.
Would you
Dr.
excuse me?
Smriti, can you please come unmute yourself and discuss what your take on your practical experiences on the children you are coping?
Dr. Bosle, will you excuse me?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
1 minute. We are
Thank
taking
you.
a photograph. Photograph.
Thank
1
you.
minute.
Thank
Madam,
you,
wait.
ma'am,
1 minute.
for
Photograph.
such a nice
Photograph. Okay,
program.
photograph.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Wait,
Really, we are
everyone. Photograph.
very
Meena,
thankful
Meena,
to you
wait.
for
Meena, wait.
making us under
Photograph.
one umbrella
Dr.
and to work
Vandana, it
with
was
us
so nice to
and
see
giving me
you.
the
It was a
opportunity.
pleasure
Now
to
As
very
meet you.
always,
glad to
cheerful.
fulfill the motto of
Thank you
duty
very
and
much.
devotion.
Okay,
Thank you,
Mandakini,
ma'am.
bye.
Meena,
And all the best.
Meena,
Thank you.
wait for photograph.
Okay,
Unmute.
you take.
Okay, nahi?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Thank you, madam.
Okay,
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Mostly, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you, everyone.
Hey,
Yeah.
what up,
Thank you,
thanks?
everyone.
Smriti, I must listen to Smriti if others are I'm waiting. Madam wants to
See,
go.
and
So
what
we can't
up,
let her.
thanks?
Thanks a lot to Shashi also, who did the great job to
No.
inviting
No,
personally to each and every one and took pains with so much enthusiasm. It was a great deal with Shashi. Really.
Thank you. Thank you. Anil, where is Smriti? I can't see her. Smriti, are you there? We all are waiting.
You can start the vote up, thanks.
Yes, madam.
हो गया वोट ऑफ थैंक्स वीना मैडम ने बोल दिया
नहीं वो
बोल दिया
एजेंडा एजेंडा में है अनिल अपन एजेंडा से जा रहे हैं कौन है वोट अप प्रीति गुप्ता है
Meera had to leave. Meera was giving.
your phone ना unmute
तू करना ना vote up. तू करना
Yes, madam.
Please go ahead and do the vote.
Thank you very much for this wonderful inauguration, and I'm most grateful to Valvekar madam for gracing as chief guest, Dr. Sapre madam as guest of honor, Dr. Veena Agarwal
Yes.
madam as guest of honor,
I-
and Dr. Amrita as guest of honor.
I
Just
found
hold
that-
on, Smriti. Just hold
Yes.
on 2 minutes, Smriti.
yes yes
And also, I'm very thankful to all my speakers, Dr. Dave madam, and Dr. Anil Kaur, and of course, Madam Mandakini, who's the president, and Dr. Suvarna Khadilkar, who is our secretary for AMWI and genetics. Dr. Dhanalakshmi is there.
Nalini
Dr.
Nalini
Usha
Kurve,
Dave,
madam.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Nalini Kurve, vice president.
And Nalini Kurve, vice president. Yes, madam. It was really wonderful interacting with you. I didn't know so much of knowledge and so much of treasure you have, madam. You have really hit the jackpot. And you have really dug out the word Bacchanal's gold. And of course, all the chairpersons, my smiley Shraddha and Banga madam and Rosa, of course, always for me, Veena Pradhan, Rita Mishra, Yashodhara, Vrinda, and of course, Kusum and Surekha Sapra, all radio diagnosis also people were there. And lastly, my co-conveners, Dr. Veera and Preeti. I can't breathe without them, so they are always there for me. And Rajyogi friends, Manpreet, Gurpreet, Anjana Saxena was there, Shashi Srivastava from Bhopal was there, and so many had joined. Yes, ma'am. And now, madam, one more, our Rajyogi, she's Smriti from Ahmedabad. She was in Mumbai. And over to you, Smriti. Please say a few words.
Yes, yes. So, good evening, everybody. I was really delighted to hear both the talks by Anil ma'am, and being a finance professional and then turned into the dyslexia and ADHD therapist. So, ma'am's talk, Dave ma'am's talk was, it was poking me so much that when some kids come, and I can relate to so many of my patients, that if they had got screened, like I'm doing a program for a 26-year-old boy, and now I didn't understand his medical conditions, but he had a metabolical problems, and it has translated into certain of his neuro blockers, and which are now opening with great difficulty. fantastic guy, but it has led to, certain problems in his thinking and all. So, now it is too late for them to get into, but new parents, they should really go for that early diagnosis so that corrective actions can be taken. Similarly, in the case of epilepsy, they develop epilepsy or unknown reasons of, suddenly a girl till 15 years of age was fine functioning, and just after her periods that she got into puberty, her mental faculties were blocked for some reason. So I think the root cause lies there in what Dr. Dave was saying. So I'm really delighted to have that information. I can pass it on
Sure,
that
sure.
they can look for their next, if they're planning the next child or that person's other heretic, genetic, wherever they're planning babies, and they can take care of these issues. So I could relate it so well.
Currently, that's what we are doing. The next, now the young couples are coming. We
Yes.
guide them for the pregnancy monitoring and everything.
Yeah.
Whatever
Correct.
little bit we can do, though we are still late in India, but still.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, Smriti. And
Thank
Mandakini,
you.
madam.
Thank you, Shashivala.
Doctor, thank you, madam. Madam Mandakini, Dr. Rajashri Paladi is Karnataka secretary. She also joined. She's our Rajyog friend. Yes, but she has left, I think. And even Dr. our Guruji joined, madam, to bless us. So I didn't see him, but I would have invited him because it is because of him that all our mental senses are at par.
You did not. Is he around so that he can bless us physically?
I think he left. Hai na, Anil?
Yeah, I think he did. And
Guruji was there. Yes.
Okay, no problem. He is
Yeah.
He will come for our next also. I won't leave him alone. For every webinar, he'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll request him.
Now, let us now conclude and
yes, madam.
All the best and start the activities from tomorrow. And I want all the form because I have a official duty to perform apart from our, other whatever paraphernalia.
Madam, I'll take care.
You take care. And Usha, you take care of all the genetic people whom I have invited to become the members and start the activities. So thank you very much, one and all. And next,
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
1 minute. Other inaugurations are there. So you be there, how the people think.
Yes, we'll share the link, madam. And Dr. Veena Pradhan is very active worker from Gwalior. She's literally on the streets looking after children.
What I'm saying, we are having other chapters inauguration. Please join. So that कारवा बढ़ता गया, लोग मिलते गए वाली बात करनी है.
Will be there.
And Rosa, Madam Rosa will be our president. She's president elect for Gwalior Obigani Society.
We can do
Rosa,
I
won't let her pester her all the time.
Yeah,
definitely. I'll meet you, Dr. Pam.
AMWI and the Gwalior Society just now we are MOGS and the AMWI program. And 8th, you are all invited. We are making a scientific program. Your involvement will be there. You are all invited, and we are giving awards to the the founder and extraordinary work done in the women's health. So with this note, I think thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining and listening.
Madam. Thank you so much, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Such
and
a
all
lot
the
of time.
best to Gwalior team.
Thank you so much. We'll keep in
Thank
touch.
you, Pam.